Yeah, at the bar radio.
To King Billy Band. Right. Just know why with that chit it's just that planet, it's that it's a different day, no same story, nigga. I've been with it, retired, like a robber boy, nigga. They start, they know me, but I'm here to make my story. Nigga, keep it like before they with me. Always know I had that clipper. She act good again on my boat, but I'm gonna skip it. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gonna get it back a bigger book of flight. So they know I'm always tripping. I've been scouted with the right, so they always know I'm tripping. Always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living, working my bro. Come on, they just know I got a vision. The star got a stay on some no. Missing government want us to stay home, but for politicians. Had to carry it, weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie trying to beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm trying to cop a bird, but he caught up with a lot of pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no level, you got them riches. I'm alone. I've been asking where your bitch at? She on the phone. You on your own. Just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road. It's just that planet, it's that get back. I'm alone. I've been asking where your bitch at? She on the phone. Trying to figure where to get lit at. You on your own. Just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road. It's just that planet, it's that get back. Yeah. All right. Hey, Tona, you made this? Oh no, I've been asking where your bitch at? She on the phone, trying to figure where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, it's just that planet, it's that get back. Oh no, I've been asking where your bitch at? She on the phone, trying to figure where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road. It's just that planet, it's that get back. It's a different day, no same story, nigga. I've been with it, retired, like a robber boy, nigga. They start, they know me, but I'm here to make my story. Nigga, keep it like before they with me. Always know I had that clipper. She act good again on my boat, but I'm gonna skip it. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gonna get it back a bigger book of flight. So they know I'm always tripping. I've been scouted with the right, so they always know I'm tripping. I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living, working my bro. Come on, they just know I got a vision. The star got a stay, also know missing government want us to stay home, but for politicians. Had to carry it, weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie trying to beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm trying to cop a bird, but he caught up with a lot of pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no level, you got them riches. I'm alone. I've been asking where your bitch at?
Yo, it's the World's Most Dangerous Podcast. It is that get back. Yeah, he's probably on the phone.
Where your bitch at?
As he chokes and dies over here.
Yes,
I
yes.
need you to get it together.
Say it till I die, baby.
Well,
Where your bitch at?
That's not the part I was talking about. He was over here choking.
We know what your favorite part of that song is.
Yes,
right?
we do.
Where your bitch at?
Obviously, because that's something you can relate to.
Perfect way to start the show.
I bet.
Been asking that all weekend. Where your bitch at?
That's who you been asking that.
Couple of folks. Waiting for a call back tonight.
Oh, man.
Sunday night.
Nigga, we ain't even. The show just started and your
It's
voice,
daytime.
and your voice is changing already.
Hey, fall time is coming.
It's here.
Daylight savings time. It's going away, so it gets dark earlier.
It's October, so fall is here, honey.
Yeah, I love it. This is my favorite type of weather right
I
here.
bet it is. I bet it is.
Why?
Because it's nice and cool.
And Chris,
You know, you don't get that ball sweat. You know what I'm saying?
See,
It's nice
you
breeze.
you always
That's the because that
oversharing.
no, that's the biggest no look that's the biggest problem for men in the summertime. Ball sweat.
Well, women have issues in the summer.
I understand, but y'all have remedies when you got ball sweat.
Remedies?
Yeah, you know, y'all have the dresses that y'all can get some, the breeze blow
Okay,
through
but
and get
what
a little
about under their boobs? That's
I
not
mean,
a
under
fun
boob
thing.
sweat. I mean, most,
Most what?
you can step to the bathroom and sweat. But with ball sweat, there's nothing you can. I mean, you can go wipe down, but then you're gonna be back in it like every 5 minutes because.
That's the same thing with the boob sweat.
My balls.
It's the same thing with women.
I know,
With boob sweat, if you're gonna sweat there, you gonna sweat there.
Mm.
You
But
better
y'all
get
had
some
those-
baby powder or something to absorb it. I don't know what
Nah,
you
I'm
need
gonna
to do.
get all kinky in my hair. I don't like that shit.
You just be giving images.
I'm
that
just saying, I tried it. It
some
don't
people
work.
don't want to
We
do.
don't need like right.
Man, this is real talk, man. This is real. These are real life problems, man.
You ain't even got to the sports. You start like right in.
I haven't even shared the show yet, man. It's crazy.
He's like, let me just go for it. Go in. Let's just go in.
That's just the
You didn't even
frustration.
say hello.
Hey, I know,
He's like,
man.
He's like, yo. How can I make Lady Antoinette uncomfortable?
Right.
Oh, no ball sweat.
Hey,
Ew.
ball spackle.
That's from when the powder get on.
Yeah.
Yo, big shout out to Jade, Jam, shout out to Jade. Always wrestling forever. Black GOP, Medical Black GOP.
Yes, sir.
Great friend of the show. Or, she always tunes in and watching. She's a fashion stylista. She will hook you up. If you don't know how to pick out clothes like I do, then you definitely will holler at her and she will get you right. And get her soon because she'll be moving to Africa real soon.
Oh,
That's
shit.
what's up.
Shared it to the wrong group. Uh-oh.
So
Oh Lord.
I shared it to a sports group.
I hope you didn't share it to a porn group.
Hey, he might get more ratings.
Yeah, Lord.
You never know.
That's
But,
why he took
definitely
the
shout
stuff
out.
you talk about.
Look for Jade Gems on IG.
Oh,
Definitely.
that was what makes fun.
And she's be having these closet sales. So she actually goes around thrifting, finding great stuff, and she be selling. She has these beautiful closet sales.
I'm glad you specified.
Yeah, I knew you were thinking the wrong thing.
I
I knew you were thinking the wrong
didn't know where we're going. Just saying.
No more.
thing.
I'm just saying in this day
I
and
already
age,
knew
man.
when you said these closet sales, I was like, yo.
We got gender reveal parties. I figured might have a closet sale. Might be something new. Who knows? Somebody coming out.
You gotta be on punishment.
I'm just saying.
You gotta
In
be
this
on
day and age, you never know.
punishment. He need to be on punishment.
Sometimes you really do.
Man, I'm just living life, man. That's
You
all.
really? Really?
I'm just living life.
Are you gonna talk about some sports?
Sure.
that wasn't exciting.
Yeah, if you watched
I
that
guess.
Washington football team game earlier, you had some excitement going into the second half. They were up 13-10, forced a couple of turnovers, had Patrick Mahomes looking very uncomfortable out there, making bad decisions, and then it all went bad.
And then
Unfortunately, Kansas City made adjustments, and unfortunately, our team made adjustments, but they weren't the right adjustments, and gave up 21 unanswered points in the second half. They ended up losing 31-13, dropped
didn't
to
even give it
2-4. Yeah, it gave me gas. They lost 31-13, dropping to 2-4, playing Green Bay next week, which I'm not really scared of. They can beat them. Green Bay's 5-1. They are a good team, but if we can see 4 quarters of what we saw for 2 quarters, then this team can beat Green Bay. But it's all about putting it together. They haven't been able to do it for a whole 60 minutes on both sides of the ball consistently yet this season. And the season is slowly slipping away. And, 2-4 with some tough games coming up.
On a positive note, at least you're not a Giants fan. My team got mollywopped. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I saw.
I'm not. No, they are sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, I saw. He
apologize.
threw 3 interceptions, I believe. So yeah,
Yeah, they keep fired.
yeah, I
That's a
can't. I
problem.
mean,
When you throw 3 interceptions, you're obviously playing for the other
Like
team.
that's not 3 interceptions for like the season. That's one game.
it isn't the first time he's thrown 3 in one game.
That's
So
a problem.
I mean, hey, it's the Giants' problem. We've had quarterback issues for a while. They had Eli for 15 seasons, so they ain't have to worry about it. So welcome to the club, damn it. So I have no sorrow or pity for you guys.
Oh, we don't need to solve pity. We can stop.
And also, they had the Sean Taylor number retirement ceremony at halftime. I streamed it live on my page and the Sports OTHP page on Facebook. We had Gabe Taylor, Sean Taylor's little brother, on. I had an exclusive interview with him Friday night. You can check that out on my YouTube channel, Carol Porter III. I haven't uploaded it to the podcast platforms yet. I'll probably be doing that, if not tonight, tomorrow, before Sports on the Hill podcast. Tomorrow night, starting at 9 o'clock, where we'll bring you Caps coverage. The hockey season is finally upon us. They took an overtime loss to the defending champs last night. Was it 3-2? 3-2? I think it was 3-2, I believe. Yeah, because it was a 0-0 after the first, and it was a very, very good game. Unfortunately, Tampa Bay was able to get the game-winning goal in overtime. Capitals are now 1-0-1, 3 points. Ovi has 3 goals already, and I believe 6 points to start the season out. So we'll break that down. We'll have Anna Knox on to help break down the Capitals coverage. Then bottom of the hour, we'll talk Washington football team, get in-depth recap of the game, and look forward to Green Bay next week. And after that, we'll have the NBA roundtable breaking down the Wizards and start the NBA season. I believe they're about 0-5 or 0-6 right now. So, yeah, it's going to be a real exciting show tomorrow. We have a bad loss from the Washington football team and a winless NBA team. So, yeah. But tune in because we're going to make it entertaining. Best believe that. Other than that, oh, yeah, you still have baseball going on. At the Red Sox versus the Astros. In the ALCS, I believe Boston's up 2-0. You have the Dodgers versus San Francisco. Dodgers versus the Braves, which I hope both of them lose.
Right, I said boo.
I believe the Dodgers are up 1-0. I'm rooting for an AL team now for the World Series because I refuse to root for the Dodgers or the Braves. So, the Dodgers, I hate them because they used to beat them. The Braves are in our division. They won a division, and the Dodgers, they pay the luxury tax and get the extra players, and they when the Nats were on their run in 2019, that was the first time they defeated them in a series. So they gave the Nats a couple of heartbreaks in the postseason before. So even though Mad Max and Trey Turner, 2 of my favorite players, are on that team, yeah, I don't want them getting another ring. The Dodgers organization getting another ring. I wouldn't mind them getting another one, but being there on the Dodgers squad, yeah, they're in that category now. So you damn right, man. I'm just saying I love them as players, but now you represent a team I don't like, so you're dead to me. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're pretty much dead to me now. So I still love them as players. They're doing great things, but they're not doing it for my team.
If they were on fire, would you help them?
No, he wouldn't.
I'll grab a fan, turn that bitch on high, burn, baby, burn.
He's such a hateful man.
That was a yes or no answer.
He's a hateful man.
I've had this conversation with several people before, and I told them that I wouldn't spit a piss on you to put you out if you went on fire. So, yeah, I've thought about this a couple of times.
Such a hateful man.
You are hateful.
I mean, sometimes you got to end the conversation like that. It's like dropping the mic. You want to leave somebody speechless when they say some dumb shit, you say that. They really don't have nothing to say after that. They're shocked.
Are you gonna be hateful?
For the moment.
For right now?
Yeah, it depends on what happens throughout the show. As long as I don't get stabbed.
Why you look at me?
It's only one person. It's 2 people that carry blades in here, but one is sitting next to me.
Say it, look.
He's sitting over
He's
there.
looking at me.
He looking at you like, you trying to cut niggas now?
You carry a blade, Taylor?
I'm gonna stay over here.
He's looking at me like, what's happening?
There's only one
He
person.
thought you was cool till you was packing.
But yeah, there's only one person that brings loaded guns or unloaded guns to
That's right. Get it right. It was unloaded. It was real, but it was unloaded.
Did you have the bullets with you?
Does that make a difference? They weren't in the gun.
It does make a difference.
They weren't in the gun. They were in a separate compartment in my book bag.
Oh,
So they were
were
separate.
So look, he never told me that. I didn't know. I figured they would be there.
I already knew.
Because I forgot I had the clips with me, so I took them out the clip.
Oh, okay.
So I took them out the clip. So if I did get harassed, they weren't loaded. So there's all. I would say I was going to the gun range.
No, shit. But,
So you said you had them in the clip?
No, they weren't in the clip. I took them out of the clip when I realized I still had the clips with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Lady Antoinette, how was your week? Weekend or week?
It was lovely.
What did you do today?
We know how Sunday was.
Well, during the week, hustle and bustle, working. That wasn't fun. Yesterday, my lovely son decided that he went to volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
And then after volunteering, he decided he wanted to take me out. That was cute.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, son. My dear son. He's not watching because I don't let him watch the show.
Why not?
But you do let him roll up on us.
Yes. Like, he knows who you guys are. He knows where I go, but he just doesn't watch the show. I mean, come on now. I don't want him turning into a CP3.
Okay, I can agree.
I mean, I've only had a few interactions with the young lad. So
Right, but if he watches the show,
I doubt he has a lot of positive role models in his life.
it doesn't matter. It could take that one negative one.
To ruin it all.
Right. That looks like fun.
Next thing you know, he flying planes in Colombia, picking up packages.
Well, you know he had interaction with CP3 because you'll come home one day and he'll be playing UGK for no reason. And you'll be like, what do you know about
No,
that?
like, he's had some, and I don't know, his teacher is his old teacher is one of my Facebook friends, so I don't know if he's watching, but he's had a impact,
Mm-hmm.
right? So every so often, like, I'll come into the house and my son is playing music, but like the choice of music is like, I take a step back, like, wait a minute, what?
Mm-hmm.
When he was younger, he was playing Mint Condition.
What the fuck?
Swinging. Remember that song?
Mm-hmm.
He sent me swinging. He was playing that. And then more recent, I think it's my daughter's fault. But I came in the house, he was playing Freaking You. So I had to check the house to make sure there was nobody in there. Like he didn't sneak some little girl in or something, because
gotta have that back
why
door.
do I come in here and I hear Freaking You?
So what would you do if you found a young lady in there?
Beat the brakes off of both of them.
Why?
This is my house.
It's only natural.
What did she do?
She didn't know what? That his mama wasn't home, because she knew. And I'm going to call her mama.
Why they both gotta catch him?
He 15.
Yeah, they ain't got no business doing that in my house.
Where you supposed to go?
Nowhere.
You don't got money for a hotel.
That's what I'm saying. What are you
He
supposed to
actually
do?
but that ain't, I won't let him have access to that.
I'm just saying, that's wrong.
What's wrong?
I mean, if he ain't got nowhere else to go,
So
what
I'm
you
just supposed
do?
to open my door to my son and whatever little hoochie he bring home?
I mean, you at least gotta introduce you to her. I mean, at
He
least.
can introduce me to her, but if I come home and he got some chick laying up in my house while he playing Freaking You, we gonna have a problem.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess because I was in the basement, it ain't make a big difference.
You was in the basement.
Yeah, I had my room was in the soul. They never actually saw anybody.
Okay, so if they didn't know, that's one thing. But if I catch it, we're going to have a problem. Right?
I mean, technically, but I mean,
Technically,
he's
yes.
flying planes. Why can't he get some booty?
What? So because
mean-
he's flying planes?
I mean, if
I
he's
mean,
old enough to fly a plane, he should be
That
old
could
enough
be
to
the
get some
natural
cheeks.
aphrodisiac.
Hey.
Aphrodisiac for a young lady.
Hey, baby, I'm about to fly over your house real quick. You know what I'm saying? What are you supposed
You
to
like,
do?
yo, that other dude got a driver's license. Baby, I got a driver's license.
He can eat that up later on in life.
See, just wrong.
He can eat that up later on in life.
Just
I'm
wrong.
just saying.
Like, what's funny is my high school sweetheart, he had a pilot's license. Like, the same week he got his driver's license.
See,
So he was the man, so you know what we talking about.
What that got to do with my son and these little hoochies? Y'all
You
not
depri-
making y'all
you-
not
you-
making me understand.
you depriving him
Of what?
of
Of the pilot life?
his natural manhood progressing.
I mean, if you got a pilot, he flew a plane.
What that mean?
He should be able to have one hoochie.
No.
That shit entitled
Yeah.
you. That shit entitled you to a free hoochie.
Not on my watch.
You stunting this man's growth.
If he had like a little girl that he was talking to and wanted me to meet, that's one thing.
Man,
But I best not catch nobody in my house.
if I was flying planes at 15,
I'm bringing a thigh.
oh man. Hey baby, let's go.
Well, see, that's why you weren't. Okay.
I'm bringing a thigh.
That's why
Got
you
my
guys.
aviator glasses on. Come here, baby. Let's go talk real quick.
That's why you guys could not do that.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. You should open up, be more open. Let that man
No.
get clap some cheeks.
No.
I mean, and he's a rider.
With some after 7 playing.
And he's a rider. He goes down. He's going up.
Candlelight and shit. I know he probably had the candles lit and shit.
He better not in my house.
He look like he gonna be one of them smooth cats. Had a candlelight, had a potpourri with the rose flower with the rose petals on the bed. He gonna be the smooth talker with the
probably
after 7
will.
with the
That's
after
the
7
bad part.
player.
Yo, is he gonna do the little dance with his chest?
with the taco meat show.
You know, he grab your chest and you push it in like.
Look,
Oh,
that boy, he
man.
probably will be the type that, you
Oh,
know,
man.
bamboozling these little girls out here.
You already giving him the tools, man. He flying planes, he playing chess. Yeah, he already on a different level, man. So yeah, just hopefully hopefully he'll,
And he
wrap
in
it up, man.
uniform.
Wrap it up, man. Wrap it up.
A shout out to my homegirl. She said she was scrolling through my Instagram and her daughter was like, sitting next to her looking. And she got to my son.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, who is that?
See,
And she reminded her daughter that she met my son. And she was like, but he in the service? Like, she was like, why he got that uniform on?
Mm-hmm.
So,
You looked already.
oh, he been getting them little looks. I remember, obviously pre-COVID, we was sitting in church. And I saw a couple of little girls that were sitting in front of us. They kept turning around. They were talking and whispering and giggling. And then my homegirl was sitting on the other side of my son. And she said, you see that? I said, mm-hmm. She said, mm-mm. So, yeah.
But they church girls.
What that mean?
They free.
I'm about to say, what that mean?
They're godly women.
What does that mean? Because I'm gonna tell you like
thought they
this.
said
Yes,
the
you
good
have
girls
some
in the
godly women, but guess what? You get all types of women in the church,
I thought they said the good women was in the
sir.
church.
You got all types of women in the church.
I understand. I'm just saying.
Okay, I
That's
need
what
you
they
to
say.
understand that.
I ain't been to church in a while. So
We understand.
You know,
I can believe
I
that.
have my own reasons.
Mhm.
You know.
You a heathen. The whole place gonna blow up.
I pray
can
every day.
understand.
I pray every day.
You,
So
you should.
I talk to the
I'm
Lord.
sure you need to.
hey,
So,
You
we have
need to
a-
drink some holy water too.
so I got an
Get a
interesting topic I
six-pack.
want to talk about.
Mhm.
Actually, we got a couple of interesting topics.
Okay,
to talk
let's go.
about. I got to do this one first.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I want some brunch today.
Oh yeah, no. Well, we do this topic. What happened to that brunch today?
Nothing. We ate. We enjoyed our time.
Mm-hmm.
We were on the waterfront, Georgetown. It was really nice. That's all.
Mm-hmm. What was on the menu?
Food and
Mhm.
mimosas. That comes with the brunch.
Yeah. Was the word bottomless in front of that?
I mean, yes, it's
Mm.
bottomless.
So how many mimosas did y'all have?
I don't know. I don't know. They're bottomless, so you're not supposed to count those. You only count the drinks that you pay for.
Meaning you lost track, right?
Me, I never tried to count them.
What is how we think? No, they used to keep track on the bill.
No, they don't keep track of
Not when
them.
it's bottomless, yeah. When
Yeah.
it's bottomless, that's
You only
just
keep
like-
track of the things that you have to pay for.
Yeah. I'm afraid. that one day how
Otherwise, the guys literally walking around pouring.
I just wonder how many
What type of
oranges
mimosas
gave
did
their
you
life.
have?
So we had I can't remember the champagne that they used, but the juice that they have, they just put the juice on your table. They keep coming back and filling up your champagne with your glass. But the juice we had was like pomegranate, orange juice,
You had different flavors.
and cranberry. Yeah. So you can just whatever, like he'll put the champagne in your glass and then you just pick whatever juice you have. Pour it in there.
Sounds like you forget to put the juice in there.
Oh no, put the juice in there. I don't like the taste of champagne.
So you're gonna make us some Lady Antoinette mimosas
Yes.
today, right?
Yes, we got cran apple, champagne, and then a real mimosa. Okay, because it's not a secret to some, but to those who don't know, I used to be a bartender, and I got my bartending license quite a long time ago. And with the way I was taught that in establishments like that, your mimosa is just literally champagne and juice.
Yeah.
Back in the day, a traditional mimosa, champagne, cognac, and juice.
Okay. We gonna see how this works out for us.
Just a little bit of cognac.
Too bad I left my cognac at home.
Well, you can just use the Crown Royal Peak. Just a little splash of that. You don't take a lot of it.
Yeah, that's
You
sweet
just
stuff.
put it like on the top.
I don't do the sweet stuff.
So I was out when I was at work, and instead of working, I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing. Now I was at work, and I was actually I saw a meme that was very interesting. So I said, so we can talk about. Mike Tyson believes that there hasn't been a rapper who had the same impact as Tupac or Biggie Smalls.
Okay. It's never going to be the same. Every rapper has a different impact. So
And-
technically, he's telling the truth.
The thing about that is that particular era is a different era.
Hmm.
And I don't think it's a fair question to expect people to have that type of impact because that was that particular time.
It was so
Was it?
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because if you, I mean, also,
But I do agree with the statement, but I also don't think it's a fair question because
right, because as a result, anyone who knows Jay-Z, we know that as a result of Biggie, we have Jay-Z the way that we see him today.
yes.
That was a huge impact. And Jay-Z did catapult some things on the business side.
I'm sorry.
You need to turn the game
I
on.
was talking about your boy Jay-Z.
I know Jay-Z. That's why when he made that statement that, yeah, I'm going to let you
Yeah, but
take it.
Jay-Z is a result of Biggie, like the way we see him now.
Yeah.
But Jay-Z himself changed some things as well. But there are people that were before Biggie and Tupac. And obviously Tupac changed a lot of things in reference to the thought that came behind his lyrics. So I do appreciate that. But there are so many artists that did change the face. Like Juvenile. We talked about Juvenile a week or two ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he made some major moves, believe it or not, whether you want to admit it or not. You know, especially when it came to like that down south movement, he made a big
I
impact.
think he's probably one of the most underrated person of pushing Southern music.
Right. And I mean, and then look at Kendrick, look at Chance. You
I
know,
mean, look at J. Cole.
right.
You know, the thing about it is though, is that when we talk about that era, Biggie and Tupac was the biggest of that era. But at that same time, we're talking about like that was hip hop in one of its rawest forms.
Right.
The mixtape. I remember hearing Who Shot You
Mm-hmm.
on the mixtape, and you couldn't buy it on the album, and that was the thrill of it.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I remember when what's the, it's not Dear Mama, I Get Around.
Oh yeah.
I remember I Get Around was, and before they
But that wasn't even his record. And when they reference him, they say that I Get Around rapper until Shock G passed, and then that was the only time they would ever reference that song when they were talking about Tupac.
But the thing about that was is that when he did I Get Around, it was they weren't even called mixtapes, right? They were called blend tapes back then.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember like how they changed the game as far as, you know, with Tupac stepping in, becoming an actor and doing well at it.
Mm-hmm. They gave him a shot in that song. It was cute.
Yeah. And
I remember the video. Like, I remember when that video first came out.
I remember-
so pressed over it.
you know, I remember, you know, when I first heard Tupac, you know, same song, All Around the World,
Yes,
same
yes,
song when I
yes.
climb around with the underground.
Mhm.
So, but they had specific moments And then it was a different audience too.
Right.
You know, it was that audience that was going to the Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
It was that audience that we grew up on. Michael, Jordan, Jackson, Tyson. You know, pick one. You know, and you know, for you know, and believe it or not, you know, the impact of Biggie was he's the guy besides Wu-Tang Clan, by the way, that put East Coast back on when everybody was, because the West Coast was hot. The West Coast was,
the West Coast was
man,
hot.
187 on an undercover cap, Snoop Doggy Dogg, man, the Chronic, Drake, they was spitting nothing but fire.
Yeah.
And Biggie's one of the guys that held the East Coast down. Him, the Craig Max, the Wu-Tangs, the Busta Rhymes, that kind of balanced out the whole music when New York was losing footing.
Yeah.
Big time.
And then when Tupac went from claiming B more to saying, "Oh, I'm rocking with Cali," it was like, ooh, that was a low blow for the East Coast.
And the crazy thing about that is that
you can't compare Baltimore to Cali. I mean,
no, I'm saying you claiming East Coast, and then especially in the height of the East Coast West Coast drama that we had, you claim East Coast, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere,
look who he's affiliated with.
Claiming with the West Coast.
You think Suge was going to let him represent the East Coast man with Death Row? That was probably something that was understood when he came to
But wasn't that done before it should?
But
I wasn't really a big Tupac follower, so I'm not.
But he was doing. He had a lot of love for the East Coast. The media made it because his best friend was Tretch.
Right.
Like if you hear he's one of the people that found Biggie. Like Biggie was sleeping on his couch. Mm-hmm. Like he was on the East Coast. He was down with was it the Live Squad or something like that. And they were these low budget dudes, but he fucked with them. And actually one of them a couple more they did something I think Pop put him on one of his albums. But he when he got shot, he was in New York. He was in a New York studio.
I remember.
Like he was prominently on both coasts. Like they never put out the album One Nation, which actually where he had everybody from like Black Moon, Naughty by Nature, a whole bunch of East Coast artists on the One Nation album because he wanted to heal. He wanted to heal. You know, that's like when we had the Young Man Peace on, that's what I was trying to explain to him. Like Pac did a lot of things, but at the same time he was Malcolm X. He grew. He saw what he did, and he saw, well, you know what, I had this much power and I used it wrong. Let me fix with some of the stuff that I've done.
Yeah. And unfortunately he wasn't able to do that. But yeah. Well, we're not gonna mention that conversation that you just mentioned. Again. What?
Hey, just trying to bring some entertainment to the show.
Clearly.
Hey, it worked. It was entertaining.
So
whoever was watching.
I think I was the main one. I was getting all worked up.
Hey, I was just sitting there like, why? You know this isn't going to turn out well. This isn't going to get us anywhere positive.
I mean.
At that point, I needed to say some things. That's all.
I mean, I had to say some things, and I get it. I just don't think like that. That was like the golden era of hip hop. Mm-hmm. Like for me, you know, actually '88 was one of the golden era for me. But that was a classic.
Hold on.
Era.
The fact that it's funny you say that. My little sister was born in '88, and it wasn't until recently where I realized so many songs came out in '88.
Yeah.
That I was like, dang. It was so many
groups dropped.
But not even just hip hop, but R&B, which is usually goes hand in hand now. But so many songs. So many movies, so many things happened in '88. I was like, dang.
'88, time to get it straight. I don't think there's ever going to be like that for me, music wise, that was going to that era is so classic that it's not going to be, and I think it's kind of unfair to put that particular burden on young men. Who's going to be the next Biggie? Who's going to be the next Tupac? Like
there will never be a Biggie or a Tupac. The next person to make an impact will be
has to
them.
be them.
Right.
You know, Jay-Z is Jay-Z.
Right.
You know, Nas is Nas. The Baby is the Baby. J.
Cube
Cole
is Cube.
Yes. You know, those. I think those are, and I think that's what I think fucked up a lot of this generation was. I want to be the next Tupac.
Yeah, no.
Or I want to be the next Biggie. Nah, nigga, just be you.
Yeah.
Be the first version of you. And then continue to elevate you.
But some people don't know what that means.
You're absolutely correct. Because I was about to touch on that because T-Pain went viral because he was going on a rant. You know, if you don't know, then you've been under a rock. But T-Pain is a producer. And he keeps getting these young artists coming to him that sound exactly like the last guy.
Yeah.
His issue is that where is the originality? The reason why we can sit here and talk about Tupac and the reason why we can talk about Biggie is because they were original. We didn't hear a sound like that, so of course they're gonna stand out.
I mean, you gotta think about it like this. A nigga that was hot 5 years ago, are we still talking about him?
Who was that?
Not in this day and age.
That's what I'm saying. That's a problem.
You lucky to have a 2-year run and then be like, oh, this nigga's an OG, he ain't making no more. Like, damn, you did a 2-year run and they already,
you are OG.
And they already got you the greatest hit.
They calling J. Cole, Kendrick, Chance, like they OGs type. What?
And they're still making good music.
They're babies, first of all. I mean, because if you take that, look at Busta. Busta released it. He dropped that one album not that long ago, and I'm like,
and that shit was fire.
So who's the OG now? Tell me again. Because Busta would be considered an OG. Chance, Kendrick, and J. Cole are not. They're not OG.
But Busta is a great thing to circle back to that conversation of you gotta be you. Busta was. I remember Busta.
I remember the first time I heard Busta. Who is this man? Who is this yelling like this?
Busta Rhymes, the mighty infamous.
Who is this hollering?
Why you so hype? Calm down, nigga. He was the original DJ Khaled.
To me, when I heard Leaders of the New School the first time, he wasn't even the hottest nigga in Leaders of the New School.
But he stood out because he was different, completely different. And then when you saw him, it was like, whoa, he looks exactly like how he sounds.
Yeah. I mean, but then like when I heard Busta doing a solo album, I was like, who the fuck gonna buy a Busta Rhymes solo album? And then I heard, who the fuck don't got a Busta Rhymes solo album? Like, oh my god.
Right.
Like, there's a reason why niggas don't want to do a versus with Busta.
First of all, you know, we used to have, like, obviously right now in the industry, we don't hear about a lot of battles, freestyle battles. And because these young kids do not know how to do that. But back in the day, people didn't want to go up against Busta.
No. So I was explaining, I was hanging with Nadia one day. We was over her people's house. He's a DJ, and it was when Busta album dropped. And his son, and the dude's son, was listening to Busta Rhymes and Eminem. And his son was like a big Eminem fan. Yeah, this. And I was like, yeah. And I said, but I want to teach you something now. And he said, what? I said, go ahead, play that song back. He said, I said, he punched. Said, keep going. I said, and punch right there. I said, yeah, he punched. I said, he punched. And I said, now play Busta's verse.
Yeah, he gonna keep going.
I said, he didn't punch. He said, what?
He gonna go for you.
I said, when you know music, you know when a nigga punch. And I said, when you know it, and there's nothing wrong with punching. That's people doing it for years. I said, but when I used to rhyme, I said, if I fucked up on a verse, I do the whole verse again. and because I don't believe in punching. And I was like, Busta can do that. I said, M can do that, and it sounds really good, but it's hard to do that live on stage because you gotta have breath control. Busta can do that live on stage.
Yeah.
And I said, no disrespect to M, but Busta can do a song.
Yeah.
Who I got you all in check.
Yeah.
And still, like, his energy is crazy.
It's funny that you mentioned Busta and Eminem. My son loves both of them. But Busta is, there's nobody like Busta. Like nobody. Even the dudes from Bone. They be trying.
Twista's nasty.
Twista, there's nobody like Twista either.
Yeah, Twista's nasty. I remember, see, if you don't even realize, Twista's real name was Tongue Twister.
Yeah,
when he first
I
came out.
remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
and him and E40. Oh my God.
I can't stand E40.
E40 is a little weird, but E40 now versus E40 way back in the day is like two different people. But E40 way back in the day,
I was never
he would go.
I was never a fan of E40's music, but I was always a fan of E40's hustle.
But I mean, his style, he has some talent, you know.
I'm not saying that his music just wasn't for you, but his talent was there.
Yeah.
And then the fact that he flipped his hustle, was making all these things, he did some independent stuff, and he did some independent movies. I mean, he put other people on with his record, with his record label, Slick Red Records. You know,
You didn't like Sprinkle Me?
Sprinkle. That was that.
That was the only one that I could.
Oh, okay,
because
because I could see you liking Sprinkle
Yeah, that's
Me.
the only one I could stomach. All the rest of it, I just didn't like his flow. I didn't like the way. I didn't like his voice.
Well, it's different. I will say that. I'm
Yeah.
not a huge E40 fan.
But the
I
funny
can
thing is though, but
acknowledge.
E40 is a hip hop tradition.
Mhm.
Like I remember him and Ghostface had like a crazy conversation one day. Like you damn needed a whole book to understand. But the way they were talking, that shit was fascinating as fuck, and it was just so crazy. My favorite rapper is about to battle one of my 4 favorite rappers. So and it's funny because it's from the '88 era. So Paris One, who is one of my favorites, is going to battle Big Daddy Kane on Versus.
Which is
Long Live the King was like like.
he was
That's funny because we talk about '88 because man,
Yes.
'88 gave me by any means necessary. That's when I really woke up, and My Philosophy is the first song that spoke to me. Like it was music that you listen to,
right.
but then when I heard Let Us Begin, and it spoke to me, and I was like, oh shit, this is deep. And then when I heard My Philosophy, and then we went to go spend the summer in the Bronx in '88, and then it was my brother was like, oh, you got to listen to EPMD. Oh, you got to listen to Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
Oh, you got I came back with a record tape, and it was just crazy. And like Long Live the King was like when he was sitting there like the Caesar with the high. I was trying to get a high top page, but I didn't have the pages to grow that shit.
I never wanted one of them jokes.
But
I can't see you with that.
Yeah, I know. Like a race on your head.
you know,
My son got like a new age one.
Yeah.
but it was dope. I mean, you know, we had the 3 cuts in the eyebrows like Kane. I think he had that on the second album.
Let me tell y'all something. I did that. My mama was hot. She was so mad at me. I think I did too. I
Hey,
did too.
my sister did it too. Think about it. My sister did. Yeah.
She was like, oh, what you
Oh shit, we got. I was about to say let's take a quick news break, but let's talk about these idiots real quick.
Which
I was
one?
about to say which one. There's so many out there.
Let me find this story. I had to shake my head at this shit. I gotta say this stuff to the after bar page or the Capital Hustler page because these motherfuckers do stupid stuff.
Hey, do y'all watch America's Got Talent?
No.
Yeah, for real? But you might watch it.
Nah, but I do watch The Masked Singer. And Buster was on The Masked Singer. And I'm trying to figure out why Robin Thicke did not know that was Buster as soon as he opened his mouth.
Yeah, I don't get into the mad scene.
And then Nicole. Nicole shouldn't have known this too.
Okay, so We got two wild ass stories we talk about. Then we'll do a quick. Then we'll go through a music break. So in Atlanta,
Already.
so in Atlanta, you know you can carry.
Right.
We went to several years ago. We was at a Waffle House, and we looked thick young in that was managed. I was like, damn, she thick as shit. We all looking at her, and it was like it's like 3 o'clock. And I was like, look, this lady is shit. And there's no men in it, and there's no security guard. And then she went to do something, and I said, oh. And my man was like, what's wrong? He was like, she's strapped. He was like, you playing? I was like, no,
What's the problem?
I was like, look at her waist. I said, look past the thighs. Don't go to the breast and just look right there. It's like, oh shit. I was like, oh yeah. I said, yeah, that's how she gets y'all niggas. I think y'all about to rob her and she gonna just, and next thing you know, you 4 bullets deep. Oh. But so in Atlanta, this guy was at the Waffle House. I love the Waffle House. And he ordered basically some I guess he ordered cheese eggs or something like that, and they didn't put the cheese on the eggs or something. And he complained to the waitress. And when he looked up, the waitress basically had a gun pointed at his head for his dispute.
Can't do that at work, honey.
Fuck that cheese.
He said, I ordered normal.
You said he ordered normal eggs.
Yeah, basically, and he said that they gave him eggs with cheese on it.
I feel his pain as the lactose intolerant challenge, you know.
Well, why in the world did she pull out a gun? I'm confused. Eat them eggs.
I guess you ain't want to make no more.
Eat them eggs with cheese.
You gonna eat these cheesy eggs, Pinky.
I'm just in the neighborhood just saying hi to you.
Hey.
Oh, what's up?
What's going on, my man Lamont in the building?
Lamar's in the building.
Hey.
What's up? How you doing? Good to see you. All right. Good to see you. Yeah, I was just getting some gas over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so let me stop by and see how they doing.
Oh yeah, man.
man.
Hey man.
Yeah.
Hey man, we just doing our thing, man. Just having a good time.
You enjoy the barbecue? Y'all love barbecue?
Nah, they don't eat the swine,
Oh,
man.
I do.
Nah.
All right, see, I just want to
All right, man. I'll holler at you, man. All
Yeah,
right.
that's cool, man.
Yeah, he bought me back some barbecue from Carolina. He went down Carolina last weekend, so he bought back some. I told him I
Oh,
had
that's
it.
why he said
Yeah,
you was supposed to give it some.
Yeah, I don't eat pork, so I ain't no reason to get y'all
Yeah,
none.
he told us that
For
we
what?
know
So y'all can say y'all don't want none? Y'all be talking about my
You
swine
could
and my
at least
bratwurst?
say, hey, you know, he thought of y'all, and at least it's nice to know he thought of us.
Yeah.
You didn't tell us
I
that.
still got a little bit left in the fridge, too.
We don't want any, but we wanted to know that he was thinking
It
about
was
us.
just this week. I forgot. My bad.
So, let me read this part. It said, I was looking down at my food, making sure that it was right, and then I saw people running. I looked up. You might date this chick, CP3.
Right.
I like chicks that pack.
I looked up, and she had a gun at
She
me.
be pulling it out.
I didn't think that she would shoot. Then she cocked it back.
Oh.
Damn, you
Was
don't
she,
eat these.
was she trying to make him eat the cheese? I'm
So I
confused.
was like, maybe she's about to do something. Now it's time for me to turn into Rambo and get up out of here.
What in the world?
I was fearing for my life because I've been shot before and I just lost my brother to gun violence.
Aw.
All of that was going through my mind, Franklin said. A representative from the White House said they haven't received a customer complaint and has launched an investigation.
You think?
And he said, no more Waffle House for me at all.
I understand. You're traumatized now.
Them hash browns, though, man, I don't know.
And he can sue.
It sounds like one of your ex-girlfriends.
But he can sue.
Was it North Carolina? Was it where
It was
Waffle House?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Oh, well, it's possible.
Yeah.
It is.
Wait, how old was she? If she was like 20, then guess what? This is his kid.
You know.
That could be true.
That's his kid.
She
I mean,
might be
like,
lactose
no.
She
too.
had to grow up, you know, without her daddy. Don't know why she got these angry urges in her.
Then she won't understand the pain of the lactose intolerance. She wouldn't pull a gun out over the cheese, man.
No,
wouldn't understand it.
she pulled a gun out because maybe her mama made her eat the cheese, even though she.
That gum and cheese do suck.
Maybe she don't like to hear the word no.
That too, because you don't.
But I don't get violent when I don't.
That's
Let's go to the
you.
next one.
That's you.
But that should be instilled in her if it's mine. See, we don't
No,
do that.
because she gotta have her mama in her too.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And you don't like the most sane people all the time.
That's why I'm single, because I ain't found me one yet. I ain't the sanest person in the world. So
We
she
know.
gotta have some, some
Some
sense.
crazy to her.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
in
gotta
order
have
to
some
deal
crazy.
with you, yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
So, in Stafford County, Virginia,
Oh boy,
3 would-be carjackers
would be.
were thwarted from stealing carjacking somebody because these people, they carjacked a car that was a stick. Shit.
And they couldn't. Oh my god. They couldn't drive a stick.
That's probably why he bought it, because he knew if he did get carjacked, he wouldn't be able to get away.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna steal a junk. They tried to steal my dad's car. And
And the sad part is all 3 of them are black.
it doesn't
We
matter
already figured that.
whether they black or not. First of all, these young kids don't know how to drive a stick, period.
So they were 19, 18,
What I say?
and 20.
What I say? They
So-
don't know how to drive no stick. They may not have ever
They
seen
looking at
a
it like,
stick.
what is this?
Right?
So the 2 smart people, when police came, got out the car and was like, "We caught."
And that one was still trying to get up.
The other dumb nigga ran.
Oh no.
Guess what happens when you run?
A whole bunch of
Get
stuff.
tased or shot.
No,
Yeah,
guess who?
a whole
No.
bunch of stuff.
They got worse. Guess who
The
chased
dog,
them?
the
Oh,
dog.
that the dogs loose? Oh, dang.
I mean,
They ain't even want to chase him.
I'm gonna
Like,
be
go
real
get
with
him.
you. If I was a police officer, I would want to be K9 because I'm not running.
Yeah, same here. Fuck that.
Them niggas, that little boy, he got about 50 yards before that canine caught his ass.
Yeah.
And he had to be taken to the hospital for dog bites.
Oops. Guess what fault that is?
The other 2 dudes was like, "Yo, fuck this."
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I swear.
I don't,
Real gangsters don't run.
Yeah, what you gonna run for?
Exactly. If they did, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me call my lawyer.
Yep.
Dang.
Or call your mama so she can call the lawyer.
Yeah. Somebody getting a call. I ain't running. Tell you that now.
but that shit is. That's just fun. Look, let me play a couple of quick songs.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to. I can't look down at my ho-ho phone because I don't know what I'm saying.
I'm doing some things over
We
here.
got Pornhub
I
up.
don't know.
No,
what it
no,
is.
no,
I saw some
no.
drawings.
Yeah, some stuff going on over here. Some
Mm.
folks, some social media folks I got online I'm
Mm.
communicating with.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, so inside mess.
Detroit still winless?
Yeah, they the only team that they won.
Jeez.
Jacksonville beat Miami on the last second
Detroit
field
done had it
goal.
bad for the past forever.
Hey, man. I ain't got no sympathy for him.
You ain't got no sympathy for nobody.
You
You
damn
got
right
no
I
sympathy
don't.
for the Detroit Kitties.
No. They should know what they had by now. They used to. You know, I came up in the era where we were winning, and now, we are where we are.
Yeah, this is Caliente.
Caliente. Of course.
Dirty Fantana. What you know about this CP3?
You called it something else.
You know what? I'm reading your mind.
Let's get the mimosas going, baby.
That's ain't opening.
You ain't gonna help her out?
I'm about to grab the bottle before she hurt somebody.
Get on the table with the dog.
You was what?
I'm about to get on the table with the dog.
Who about to hurt somebody? Why would I hurt anyone?
Say it was accidentally on purpose. Like, oops, pow, ah.
So you gotta do this. Just in case, that's why this is on here. Are we still on camera?
Yeah.
Watch your football team. They like abuse spouses. Scare my dog. Like that nigga shoot.
Still around?
Nah, he
He
jumped.
jumped out. He got away from me. He was like,
Them
that shit was crazy.
Them niggas
We just
shooting.
cut.
You was gonna mix it with the crayon apple, right? With the mimosa, ain't what you say?
It's just crying.
Yeah,
That's too much. It's not. That's not right.
that's too much. But you still gotta mix the crayon with it too, right?
Yeah, that's too much crayon. That's not how you do it.
Well, this is
The
crayon.
crayon's
This
supposed to
is
go around the top.
no, this is crayon apple.
Oh, okay.
We can't go to brunch without us no more. You gotta go supervise for now.
Yo, DJ May Crow.
Baby Sade. Baby Sade.
Right.
Shout out New Zealand.
I gotta get out there.
You got a cup? Put a little bit of. If you want more juice, put the juice more juice in it. What's it looking like that?
I like the orange juice better.
You probably just an orange juice person, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
That's why. I forgot I ain't had nothing else in here. Sorry. Dang, Taylor, you on top of my feet.
Move.
First, he went from like leaning on it a little bit to just like on top of
Told you a
it.
little
Like,
nigga
yo,
like beat. He like beat for some reason. I don't know why. A little nigga like beat.
he like lady feet.
It's something you saw you do, so they say, you know, the dog got mimics his owners.
I don't do feet. I rub feet. That's about it. I
Well,
ain't
that's what
licking
he
them.
trying to do.
And he like to lick feet too.
Yeah, because he licked my feet. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you ain't never saw you lick no toes.
Hell no.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that shit.
63 don't want to tell us, but guess who did?
No.
Guess who told us?
Hey,
Taylor.
Which snitched on you.
I been watching TV and sing that shit. I
The
don't
only
know.
problem with champagne and wine and stuff is that you don't get a lot of other good drink. I need a big bottle. You know, like what you call the big one?
Your size.
No, you know what I'm talking about, the real big bottle of champagne that is gold.
I don't do champagne. I told you I don't do
I
it.
don't even I don't drink. I definitely don't drink that. I used to drink Moet back in the day. It's nasty though. Don't know why I used to drink it. What, Moet? I think if you want more juice, put more juice in it.
Once you drink straight liquor, anything.
That's what my friends say. I'm like a pomegranate shot. Just stuff a little bit in there.
Once you've had 151 in moonshine, that's clear.
Is the pomegranate better? In the champagne. Because I don't like to taste the champagne, so a little splash is fine.
And the place it was, I learned how to drink straight. I was pouring 151 in a can of soda, and I put the can up, and none of that hit the soda.
Yeah.
God, my
'Cause
inside
when
was
you make
fire.
when you making a drink, you put the alcohol in and bend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll play one more song.
Okay. Mine tastes good. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but it might be because I had quite a few today.
Just blend it in with the rest of them.
Honestly, I wish they had this cran apple at the place. Their cranberry was.
Man, that's a Denver. Man. Fantasy football. Oh, Jacob's got a touchdown.
Oh my God.
How you do that?
Nothing I wasn't supposed to be. I just broke one just now. This one broke this one just now. You sitting right next to me. I was behaving.
Loose from something else, probably.
No, it wasn't. From brunch. And this one, I tried to break everything. Open the door now for it to face. Told him myself, I ain't break this when I turned it. I said, that's broke it. But I was trying to fix it, and then this broke it. I broke it just today. I think I broke this one maybe yesterday. This one last year. But then she still some drink, like breakfast.
Not even so true.
For dinner too.
Yeah, but when you go to brunch, you eat your breakfast food and your regular food, and you drink at the most.
Yeah. Don't, you know, you supposed to do it. Alright. This is a song you play after you girls like, you know, where I'm from.
Oh no! Oh no!
Play that when you
Gonna
tell
be
them.
okay. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, so you tell now I was like tell them when you're gonna get rid of them. Like it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be good.
Or you can play Fireman by Lil Wayne.
But I ain't never had them problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, real talk though. Real talk.
I ain't never been burnt
So-
before.
You ain't never what?
I ain't never been burnt before.
Okay.
My godmother was in the clinic because he had caught an STD.
Oh Jesus!
He was burning. And then he saw a girl in there.
That he knew?
Nah.
He ended up liking her.
But then he was like, "We should have get a number."
Oh no! Y'all both in the clinic.
It's the wrong place to pick up women, dog.
Oh baby, no!
Oh my
I was
dude.
like, "Why the hell he would do that?" He was like, "Well, we both know she fucking."
Oh no! But what if she got something she can't get rid of? Then what?
Hey,
He
man.
was just being silly though. I don't know if he really got that.
I hope not.
But it was way back there.
That's just starting something off in a bad, negative, way.
I remember going to the clinic when it was like, "Oh yeah, just wait for me out here." You nigga, I ain't going in there with you. What if I see somebody I know? Like if I'm outside the clinic, I can say, yo, I was walking, I was just sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, if I'm sitting in the clinic waiting on you, they be like, who you here for? You can't.
You can't check me because you ain't here too.
Yeah, I've been in there before. I had a urinary tract infection. I technically weren't burning. But yeah, chick gave me a urinary tract infection. And I thought it was, burning. And so I was, I didn't know what to do.
Was you nervous?
Hell yeah, because, like I said, my mom worked at the health department division on AIDS when, AIDS first hit. So I had a big ass box of condoms in the house. That should have been no reason why, but once you go RAW, it's hard to go back. So, yeah, they say it's what they call it?
Swallow.
Yeah, they call it a swab. It's a piece of wire with a piece of toilet paper on the end of it. That's all that shit feel like it look like. That's what that shit looked like. She pulled it out. The lady was like, all right, I got to do it hard because if I don't do it hard enough, it might not get any on it and I got to do it again. So you want me to try something so it's going to be, a little. So I'm standing there, pants around my ankles. I hold my shirt. And she just like, don't hit me. I'm like, what do you mean?
She been hit before. That's why she has to say it. That's terrible. Oh no.
Yeah, so she.
You look like the type.
I mean.
You look like you gonna hit her.
So she.
Oh my God.
And all I remember is I just saw this light.
the light?
I wanted to scream, but like nothing came out. Yeah. And I ain't had that. Man. And yeah, after that, I was like, I ain't never getting burnt because I don't want to get what them other motherfuckers got. If I just got a urinary tract infection, imagine they got to go through if they got something real. Fuck that. Yeah, that was my one experience.
Oh, man. I always see you do leftovers.
Hey man, I try to tell my story so the younger folks that's watching don't follow and make my same mistakes.
Oh, that's the reason why.
Okay.
The more you know, the little NBC Rainbow look.
Oh no.
So, shout out to Wolfie J and man, their performance tonight at Pure.
Okay, cool. I don't know what that is, but
It's a club in DC. Like, you gotta know the clubs are if you want to be young dots.
see, I don't really want the young ones. I want the mid-age, the middle-age.
Well,
You want the middle-aged spots?
Yeah,
Okay.
They be at the
because
club too.
yeah, they got the bank account to go with it.
You know
They
you
got
fucking-
401k and all
Well,
that.
you would fuck a young thot in a minute.
No, I would, but I want some perks though.
You want some perks.
I'm going for the middle age because the young ones got too
young
much.
stocks got perks.
They got too many issues.
They
too.
got perks.
They got
too.
perks and lean.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got too many issues. I wake up and I don't know what the fuck I might be involved in. They sniffing Adderall off of some chick's ass or some shit. I'm like, I don't get down like that. You know what I'm saying?
You what?
I
Yes, you
don't.
do.
No,
You gonna
no.
watch
Ain't
it?
nobody sniffing nothing off of
But you
nobody's
gonna
ass.
watch her do it.
I'm gonna watch it, but I ain't gonna get involved in it. I don't do drugs.
You're not gonna stop it.
Nah, hell nah. That's free will. You over 21, do what you want.
You gonna film it?
Nah, 'cause I don't want something to go wrong. Nah, I don't want no part of that.
Are you gonna have sex with him?
If they don't trip out, yeah. As long as they still cool, I don't gotta worry about nobody saying I did something I wasn't supposed to do.
It's a yes or no question.
Hey
don't
man,
never
it's
give
been
that.
stipulations, man. I've been in situations before.
Clearly, because you're so defensive.
Because sometimes
You
videotape
sound like
does.
you on the stand.
Because
you answer certain questions.
I was in a situation where I was, had to answer questions. Luckily, video was present to show that it was consensual acts. So I've been there. So yeah.
You know what, Robert?
She did. She didn't
Robert.
use it. She didn't use a safe word. I told her
I
it's
gotta be
hippopotamus.
like Auntie Gail, Robert.
It's hippopotamus. She didn't say the whole
Oh
word.
my God.
I didn't know if she was, was reneging. Hippo is not hippopotamus. It's two different things.
You finish. Please
Just
finish.
say it.
These conversations tend to go to hell real quick.
Hey man, we just talking, having fun, man.
You. We done with that.
Yeah, that's my little thing.
Are we good to move forward?
Yeah, we can go. What we gonna talk about?
All right. I'm scared.
I'm elaborate on everything. Tonight.
Everything ends up being something crazy.
Because man, life is crazy. Gotta represent what's going on in the world today. A whole bunch of crazy.
That's true.
So a new Halloween movie dropped.
Mm.
I've heard not good things about it. I've never watched any Halloween.
But so yeah, how many times can you repeat the same storyline? And since what the
Or try to
70s?
continue a storyline that should have just died.
Yeah, wasn't that like the 70s when that started, or the early 80s?
I mean, they still have Jamie Lee Curtis in the movie.
Yeah. Even though she had said like 1,000,000 times she wasn't gonna do it.
Yeah, until you get that check.
Yeah, the paychecks, they make you change your mind quick. Especially when those infomercials ain't going through no more.
You know what?
What? You gotta pay the bill somehow, man.
You seen her in an infomercial?
She used to do them joints for the vitamin. I think I seen it was like a vitamins joint. It was on them late night infomercial shits, man.
So you be up late night watching Jamie
Yeah.
Curtis infomercials?
Man, when you wake up at 3 o'clock for no reasons, there ain't nothing on TV, man. You just be flipping channels, man.
So Lil Bow Wow had a breakdown, a rant about the Millennium Tour that he's on. And I'm gonna tell you some real shit. So I watched the rant. Because sometimes, a lot of times when Bow Wow rants, he don't make no fucking sense.
Yeah.
However, he did make some sense. Bow Wow stated, I'm the one that started this way. I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
I'm the one that people were coming out to see. And he was like, for real, y'all coming to, he said, they cut my set to make a Mario set bigger. But real talk, I'm the one that put the Millennium Tour together. He said, my set's supposed to be 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And they cut me down to 15.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Keep in mind, Bow Wow is 30, but he's been doing music since he was 13.
Yeah.
Once again, when we talk that Soulja Boy Bow Wow verses, and then you hear Bow Wow has a lot of hits.
He does.
He may not have wrote them, but he has a lot of hits.
Right.
And his name gets overlooked for a lot of shit. Will he ever be the greatest lyricist? No. However, for that youth movement, for any rapper that's 30 right now, is under Bow Wow.
Yeah. They ain't got nothing on his head. They ain't got none of these 30-year-old rappers got anything on Bow Wow's catalog.
His catalog is mean as fuck. I remember my favorite part of that versus battle is when he was breaking down Soulja Boy and he was just like, oh, you sound like you was angry. You was doing this. You say you was outside doing this. You say you was outside doing that. He said, yeah. I wasn't outside, but what I did is this is the first song I got a Grammy for. And he dropped that shit. And that's his catalog. And we have to talk about it. You know, he did set a wave for the whole Millennium Tour. What's your thoughts on that CP3?
Well, I was never really a big Bow Wow fan.
Of course not.
Yeah.
You listen to Pimp C, nigga. Bow Wow wasn't for you, nigga.
Exactly.
Bow Wow was for when you put the CD in while you was fucking somebody's mother.
Yeah, I haven't watching. You know, what was that joint? The joint with the tennis shoes and shit. Be like
Right,
Mike.
right.
Yeah, I had watching that shit. But I mean, he definitely has an extensive catalog. He definitely has been in the game for a long time, and he's made wise moves with his money. And yeah, I saw a couple of TikTok spoofs or whatever about Omarion or something. I didn't know what it was about, but yeah, I mean, you know how I feel about these artists. No matter what age they are, if they 18 or 45, they all got issues, man. So this comes down to it. Yeah, that's crazy. They cut down his time to 15 minutes, and like I said, he put it together. Yeah, that's I don't know. I guess they like that dancing and skinny jean shit over rapping now. I guess I don't know.
I mean, there are some people that
Wait a minute, let me answer that. Why does everything have to
be about
equate to-
skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Cause I know he had skinny jeans. I know he wear them joints, man. I know he do.
What does that got to do?
Cause
This
Bow Wow
ain't got
came
nothing
from the
to do.
age of the baggy look of Omarion,
Technically, they came from the same era.
but
They're
Bow Wow,
the same age.
yeah, but Bow Wow was more of the rapper baggy style. Omarion was the
He's a
dancing,
singer.
singing, tight clothes, R&B.
He was in a boy band.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the
That
end of
says
the
it all.
day,
That says it all right there.
New Edition wore skinny jeans, by the way.
I know, and that was in the '80s. That's when that shit was cool.
they was in the 60s and 70s. Their little suits was
Yeah.
small.
Yeah, and we went through the baggy phase, and now that skinny shit then came back. That ain't how it's supposed to go. It ain't supposed to go backwards. It's supposed to
Actually,
go forward.
History repeats itself. That's literally a phrase.
That don't make it right. Shit. Everything's skinny and shit.
Just because you can't make sense of it doesn't mean.
I be trying to buy clothes, man. Everything cut skinny. That's just some foul shit, man. I don't wear skinny jeans, man.
Nigga, what you was doing 3 weeks ago?
Because I was
Let me
looking
tell
for some
you
jeans
something.
again today, and I
They
couldn't find
literally
it.
came out with a company, a store for people who have this complaint. It's called Big and Tall.
They still be having skinny shit cut in there.
Nah.
Tapered leg
Not
is what
in
they call
there.
it there.
Not in there.
I don't got to have the big boy pants on, and I got to wear a belt that's, to get all the way around me twice and shit. So I'm in, you know, I need some pants that fit properly, that don't taper down, and I feel like they're choking my calves off and shit. Shit is
And then
wrong.
you go back to ball square.
Yeah, that's what happened. You get ball spackled. Shit is wrong.
I asked you earlier if you were done, but
Hey, he bought a ball. I was gonna even go back to ball spackle, but that's a prime example. Shit, it's already high enough down already. You put a fucking Ziploc bag on. The fuck, tight ass. I don't understand that shit.
and then you just gonna keep shaking your head.
Because that shit is wrong. I don't
I
understand
don't
that
think you
shit.
can have a mimosa again because I feel like as soon as you took your first sip, it's been bad. Like
Hey.
really,
Got
really.
a lot of stuff on my mind, man.
So the mimosa just gets it all out.
It's all it cleanses it out, man. Just like,
It's not a detox.
that's what it feel like. See, I ain't used to the cranberry no more. I'm used to the orange juice. It must be the cranberry.
Mm-hmm.
The crayon apple.
Don't blame this shit,
You
man.
damn right. It ain't my fault.
And then Crown Royal peach.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. See, yep. It's all in factors. It's all in factors.
And you talk about you got to go to brunch with me.
I know how to pace myself. I ain't trying to keep up with y'all, motherfuckers.
Well, it was bottomless.
Yeah, I made sure of that.
Let me do a quick music break.
Right, like
I'm gonna play some videos towards the end, but we're gonna do. We have so much fucking music. It's hard to balance between the music that they send me and the video. So
Yeah.
we've been showing a lot of love to the videos. We're just gonna do a quick music break with some of the songs they sent. And by the way, when you send music to us, 1, share the show. 2, if you do it during a live show, share the show, and then you be like, you want us to play it. We're not gonna just play your shit. We're gonna critique your shit. So if you have weak ass feelings and you're easily offended, don't send it.
no. And then when we offer,
Yeah, that'll work.
we just won't play it at all.
You didn't even forget the song I was about to play.
Oh, sorry.
I just shout out to Warfare J. They performing tonight.
All right. I wish that mic's off because I don't know what this one. He got diarrhea of the mouth.
Hey, man. About to be the platinum.
Can you cut the camera or something?
About to get another drink.
It's just the last one. Yeah, this is the last one. I told you that's the problem with the champagne. You said the Cowboys won? Oh, oh, this is the fourth quarter. Come on, New England.
They were just winning.
Yeah, this a swallow. A swallow. You know, that's what they say back in the day. Oh, we still live? I mean, on camera. I'm gonna behave.
Do a pick six.
Why was he throwing the ball, trying to keep the lead with less than 3 minutes left?
We can't lick my toes today. I got on something. Great song right here. Money leaving.
I gave him over. They got about 17, 5 minutes.
Denver fans, Disrespectful.
I took them to win this week too.
34-17. She's only gonna take it.
They about to be 3-3. The Raiders so embarrassing. I wonder if their fans today, they got some disrespectful fans.
Oh, the Raiders?
Mm-hmm.
The motherfuckers had a jail underneath their stadium.
They had to.
Well, most teams have jails now.
They was one of the first niggas.
Oh, of
besides
course.
Philly.
Oh, of course. Their fan
Yeah,
base
'cause
is crazy.
Philly disrespectful too. We know that. Why you come sugar me? There was somebody calling you. He didn't even move when he heard that.
We used to be chilling.
Oh.
You speak to us, bro. Not probably my place.
Lord.
Okay. You remember that little dance you used to do? Y'all remember that?
Dance.
The dance. You remember the dance, right?
Yeah, but a long time.
Yeah, but you know, remember when they
Yeah, that little shit.
Move.
at the same time. Good. Oh, he got it. Oh my God.
Oh shit! That was
Damn.
Baby, rain.
I said this might be an upset with Belichick.
Go ahead. Oh, did he get it? It looked like he did.
Yeah.
Yep. Said no, sir.
Nigga, you gotta make sure both of feet touch the ground.
And they was. He made sure.
Crazy thing is, though, we just talk about how sorry the kicker was, right? They did the smartest thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, fuck that kicker.
Honestly, because remember we were talking about Washington football team and how many 2-point conversions they've attempted. That's probably these kickers, man. I don't know what's going on. Somebody put a curse on all the kickers in the NFL.
Yeah, that's my man Flex 360
Mhm.
called Stack. That's that old school joint that he remade. Flex, time to have sex. That's some nice things to say.
That was a good song back in the day.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It definitely got to the point. I used to say it all the time. Just to see what's what.
I mean,
I'm gonna be real with you. The three of us, we were kind of young when that song came out. When it first came out, that's a problem.
Yeah,
I was 17.
No, you was younger than that when it
you
first
younger
came
than
out.
17.
You're not that old.
You ain't that old.
I was in high school. Nigga.
No, you
Nigga,
wasn't.
nigga,
When this
nigga,
song
nigga.
came
I
out,
had to be in
yes,
high school.
sir.
I was in high school when that song came out, and I know we're not even the same
Man,
age.
that long ago? I
Yeah.
thought I was in high school.
Nigga, you was in junior high.
At the least,
What year did that joint come out? Shit.
Like a long time.
Because I was in high school in '91, so
Yeah, it was
I could have sworn that joint came out in the '90s.
It did come out in the 90s.
Yeah, I was a freshman in '91. Then
What grade were you in?
I was a ninth in '91,
You were in what grade?
ninth grade.
Nigga, that ain't real high school.
Yeah, well in Maryland it is. Maryland is K through 6, then middle
Nigga, that
school
was
is
junior
7th
high
grade.
school where I'm from, nigga.
Yeah, and
You wasn't in
Maryland.
10th You wasn't in 10th grade, nigga. You were a middle high
Maryland
school.
school was not 9 through 12 was high school.
Nigga, that's not real high school.
Yeah, middle school was 7 and 8.
Nigga, that was junior high school.
Yeah, but I knew I was still in high. I was in high school. I knew I had
That's
to be.
Flex by Mad Cobra is what you're talking about. It came
Yeah.
out in 92.
Yeah, but I knew I was in high
Nigga, I
school.
graduated in 93.
I graduated in '95.
Nigga. Nigga, you was a junior high school nigga.
Hey man, I was in high school. That's what the name
I
was on
don't
the
know
front of
what
the
month
building.
it came out. But regardless,
I think it came out in the summer.
this song was a little mature. It
I was
a little-
playing ball. I was
That's
doing
because
things.
your ass, nigga. You was a ninth grade.
I already had my own business by then. I was detailing cars at the age of 12.
First, that doesn't mean
I was playing football.
that
And I was doing other
you-
things.
First of all, grown people singing Flex, Time to Have Sex versus teenagers singing Flex, Time to Have Sex.
I
is
heard
two
the
different
word
things.
sex. That's
What
what I
other
was trying to
things were
do.
you doing?
Man,
I don't think we.
that's just a limitation that ran out, but I'm not going to discuss that on air.
Terrible,
I
man.
thought you was a good kid until you got the
High school.
nigga. Ninth grade is not high school.
Well, I was
It,
going.
it is here.
Yeah, Maryland. I'm trying to tell him. Maryland, that's high school. Football and women, man.
But
Changed
I
my
was,
life.
Since I'm only 25. I had that conversation.
Turn you and the TV off after that.
Did you just aim the remote at me? Did you just aim the remote at me?
Yeah,
You said to hit the power button?
about to cancel that 25 you always talk about.
Don't be a hater.
Just saying.
I've decided that come June of 2022, I'm going to be 35.
Oh, okay. But you're gonna say 26. Say really.
I'll go with 35.
I passed for 30 the other day. One of my clients thought I was 30. I was like, thank you.
You get a number?
Nah, she got a husband. Even though she do got money though. I was thinking about it and she said husband. I was like, I'm gonna leave it alone and make the deal.
Oh.
Right, because you're supposed to be turning over a new leaf.
Yeah.
You're
I
not
was trying
supposed
to
to go
get
after people's husbands. I mean, why?
No, I don't do that no more. It only happened once.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you told us more than once.
It was more than one time with her, but it's only one instance that I've been with a married woman.
See, that's what you clarify.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was only one time. No, it was only one married woman.
No. The way you said it was like it only happened one time.
Oh, it only happened with one woman.
No.
Okay, clarify that.
No. We had the one that was pregnant.
Oh, that was the one. Well, that wasn't by choice. I didn't know she was married. That wasn't on me.
So that
Okay,
still
so that one would've-
classified.
The other one was I knew she was married.
That still classified
No,
as sleeping with a married woman.
Hey,
I did not-
can
I
you
did
do me a
not
favor?
know.
Can you pass me a paper towel?
I did not know. Ignorance.
It's not bliss.
So it's happened more than once.
Technically, first time wasn't by choice. If I'd have known, I wouldn't have
Let
did it.
me tell y'all something. Keep it 3
At that point in my life, I wasn't doing things like that.
So I want to get this straight.
Mm-hmm.
So the second time it was so to stop that it's not your fault.
Now the second
Second
time,
woman.
the second time I knew what I was doing.
Oh, the first time.
The first time, yeah, it wasn't my fault. I didn't know.
What about the lady who you said her husband was upset because you said that his children were calling you
Oh,
daddy?
we never actually had the chance to hook up physically. You know, we had
But you
some.
pursued her. Am I
She was
correct?
going through a divorce. They were separated, and where
And
she
you was
lived.
sending her dick pics.
Yeah, well, technically in the state that she lived in, they had to be separated for a whole year before they could file for divorce. So technically, she was still married, but she was going through the process of getting a
So
divorce.
she was married.
They weren't
still.
under the same roof.
She was still married and you were pursuing her, right?
Did you?
We were pursuing each other.
Did she give you fellatio?
No, we unfortunately I never got a chance to close that deal.
So 2.5 times
So two and a half.
Because they were separated. So you said.
So you would have hit it though.
No, most definitely.
So,
2.5 times you was dealing with a married woman.
Technically, yes. I told you the one time I didn't know, and the
What
other
about
time.
these other times that you claim you didn't know? Because I
I've
brought
only-
up 2 people that you know.
Yeah, those are the
Oh
ones.
yeah, but her, I didn't know.
Because
so-
those are the only ones that I've had the instances
Let
with.
me
So,
ask you, the other one that you didn't know at first, did you continue after you found out?
I think like twice.
yeah, see.
Because the reason why I found out she was married because she ended up pregnant. Because so we had to, take that trip, and
You know what? Let me put some positivity in this conversation. I like to give a shout out to my. Yeah, I gotta put some positive. That was some cool shit. I like to give a shout out to my. I can't even say this.
No more of Sophia.
My sister actually tuned in on IG. My sister Marquise, who's a teacher, and is the mother to my nephew CJ. What up, CJ? Love you, boy. You bad as shit, but I love him.
Don't do him like that.
No, CJ. That's my dude. That's my dude. My nephew bad, but that's my dude. I wouldn't trade him for the world. And Marquise, she's a teacher, and salute to all the teachers that actually, went back to work and especially during this COVID period and stuff like
Bad
that.
little kids.
And I know it was good doing Zoom calls because you doing Zoom classes because you got away from them badass kids. But my sister actually really loves her students. Salute to her. I would beat kids all damn day.
Man, that's not my calling. That's what I tell people. It's not my calling. I love kids though, and I do well with them.
Yeah,
That's not my calling.
either the kids or the parents, or the people that's raising them. I can't even call the parents. But that's another story for another day.
Yeah, you just blame everybody.
I mean, he'll say something positive, you notice that, and then he'll end the statement with something just like that.
Because you got to bring them back. You got to put them up high and then bring them back to reality.
No,
Hey,
when they go low, we go
that's
high.
how- no,
That's
that's
what
how the
Aunt
message-
Shelly said.
No, that's how the message gets out. You take them,
Nah.
you bring them up, you uplift them. Like, yeah, that's cool.
Aunt Shelly Obama said, when they go low, you go high.
But it's not going low. It's just spitting real truth. Trying to get people to think, man. Open your mind. Start thinking for yourself. Realize it's all a game. It's like the Matrix. Gotta wake up.
You know what?
Take the red pill, not the blue.
Oh my.
You know they doing a reboot of the Matrix.
No, it's not a reboot. Matrix 4.
Right.
Are they doing it for? I thought they said it was going to be like a
No.
prequel for the joint.
They're doing the Matrix 4, and the Wachowski brothers are not the Wachowski sisters.
Say what?
The Wachowski brothers.
Are now.
The Wachowski sisters.
What does that mean?
What do you think?
Some changes have been made.
The body parts have been swapped, nigga.
Say what? Huh?
So we're in this time where people are able and allowed to change their gender.
So both of them now?
That's what news could catch on eventually.
So so they went from being a he to a she. Both of them?
Yes.
I didn't hear about that. Wow. Jeez.
Comic books is my shit.
That's crazy.
So,
So people change their genders a lot.
Yeah.
Now.
I mean, I'm just crazy. It's
Very
both brothers.
common.
That's what's crazy to me. Like both.
It's very common.
So, comic books is my shit. Young Justice came back on, which is, I love Young Justice, but it's a very adult themed cartoon that they deal with shows, they do with like real life shit that you look at, like, it's just not a cartoon. Like, it's not a cartoon made for young kids. It's not the cartoon
The
that,
older.
like, I love my nephew CJ, but it's not a cartoon I'm going to watch for CJ.
So, my children are they're anime fans, and in the anime world, there are cartoons that are made for children. There are cartoons that are made for teens and young adults, and there are cartoons for anime that are made for nasty adults. So I understand what you mean, and I'm sure a lot of people do. Like, well, that's the reason why they had Adult Swim on Cartoon
Yeah.
Network.
So, uh, Young Justice started off as a kids cartoon,
It was.
but then the core fan base of Young Justice
Grew up.
weren't even kids. It was us. Like, oh my god, this shit is dope.
But even still, the
Because we've been
people-
missing something for so long.
But the people who it was made for, the original, you know, the original people that they created it for, because it was created for
For
kids.
kids.
Those kids have grown up.
Don't catch your body.
So now the kids who grew up on that are now grown. And then you still have the grown people that were watching it.
Yeah.
So you might as well just go with the flow.
So yeah, like when Young Justice really came out, it was like 3 seasons. It was like over 10 years ago. So the people that were really watching it was like 18 and 20. So now these niggas is 30. It's like, but it's on HBO Max. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
The
I
last season
like
was
the
the
fact
last
that-
season did a little stuff to piss. The last season was good, but it's shit that pissed me off too.
I think it's good that they went along with their fan base, you know, as far as age appropriate things.
Yeah.
I really wish that the Power Rangers did that. They've been fighting with that for so long. The Power Rangers, they tried to say relevant in the kid domain.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is that those kids don't really care like how
How? Yeah.
people that are closer to our age cared about it when it first came out.
Like earlier this year, they did a Master of the Universe structure. I can guarantee no one under 30 watched it. People in their 40s and 30, like I grew up with Master of the Universe, so that shit was hot.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they had fucking Mark Hamilton, who is Luke Skywalker, who also played the voice of the Joker in the Batman animated series, and also played the Trickster in the Flash, the original Flash live action TV show, do the voice of Skeletor. And, you know, for me, for somebody watching it, they wouldn't give a fuck.
Right.
For me, that's my child.
Right.
That shit was brilliant.
Everything that you just mentioned. But it's crazy when they try to revive something for the younger generation and it flops and they never think, hey, maybe we should change something.
Yeah.
Like, my kids have watched He-Man, She-Ra.
That she was flop.
My
That new
daughter
version?
was like, this is not good.
That new version, I didn't even watch it. It just looked like.
I was like, what? And then Voltron. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Um,
So the thing about it, I tried watching Voltron. I made it up to like 4 seasons, and then like eventually it just got to like the 6th.
I'll at least give them that they do have a younger
They tried.
following.
They
Well, no,
tried.
they do have a younger following. That was sort of successful, which is why they were able to have so many seasons. But when my kids are watching it, I'm looking at it like, like
Like the one thing about it is they with this particular Voltron they try to do too much. Like when you think of Voltron, you want the motherfucker to fight and then go boom blazing sword.
I wasn't.
And this joint tried to give you a whole bunch of backstories of a whole bunch of shit that you didn't fucking care about. So that's what made it bad.
Yeah.
It,
And did you see, well, because I mentioned Power Rangers, the reason why I mentioned it, did you ever see that, it was like a fan film of what Power Rangers would be, had they actually made it like an R-rated movie?
so
I'm going to send it to you guys.
there's a comic book, a Power Ranger comic book that's really deep. I've never read it, but you know, I got into the comic book explaining stuff. And there's a story of when Tommy as the Green Ranger basically killed off all the other Power Rangers and took over Earth. And the Power Rangers from this universe had to go over there to help fight for it. And Tommy is called Lord Dragon, and he's defeated everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And even
The new
the
Power Rangers, suck.
Yeah. So so the people that are fighting him are former Power Rangers, and they're called the Coinless because he's not only beat their ass, but he took their coins, so they can't even morph. And it sounds like a really good story, which would have made a really fucking phenomenal movie.
Yeah, but they didn't.
But you know,
Sometimes.
instead they still, you know,
Yeah.
they stuck to keeping it safe.
I posted a meme. Well, not really a meme. It's a meme, but it was a picture of Zach, the Black Power Ranger,
Oh, you finally got that shape up. Thank
back in the
God.
day, and then him now getting in shape up. Like, why it take all these years for that man to get a shape up? What is going? Did you see it?
Yeah, he like he want to look like Count Chocula.
He had a whole semicircle. Oh man, but
I didn't realize he never had a hairline through the 90s.
no. And he was always breakdancing. That was awful.
How you gonna break dance with no hairline? That's a sin in itself. Like nigga, you cannot pop lock. You can't pop it. You can't backspin with no hairline. Like that should be illegal. Somebody should arrest him.
I wasn't a Power Rangers person, so
Well, Power
But you
Rangers
know,
was-
you've seen Power Rangers though.
I refused to watch it. My niece.
When you were young?
No, I didn't. I never liked Power Rangers. I was a captain. I was with
Captain
Captain Planet.
Planet?
Yeah,
I hated Captain Planet. Captain
Hey,
Planet
that
was
was Captain Planet, man.
Captain Planet was the
It was
worst.
kind of soft though.
It was about the environment. I was going to my environmental stage then. All right.
Man, fuck Captain Planet.
I was in the recycling.
Captain
I was in the
Planet.
recycling and such.
He's our
Whole
hero.
time.
Gonna take pollution down to zero.
I would
Hey.
watch the song and cut it off.
Trying to save the planet, man.
I would watch it because I just wanted to see him get his ass whooped one day.
Man, like I never understood.
But then
that.
Dragon Ball Z came out and I was like, yes.
Optimistic. Man. I was hoping for a better future.
Oh, some good news though. I do need to announce a couple of things. So the song "Get Back" by Renegade will be available for streaming platforms the 29th of this month.
Okay.
So we finally put that on there, and then "Living the Past" will be available. I think November 2nd. I gotta check the date, but it'll be available in November. Also.
Okay.
So that'll be on Amazon, Tidal, Apple Music, and Spotify.
Okay.
All stream and Indeed are all streaming platforms. So that is a good thing.
Indeed.
And we went through. Normally we use DistroKid, so I'm gonna tell you some artists. So we talk to independent artists real quick. So normally we use DistroKid. This time I went to United Masters. So I'm gonna tell you why the difference between, since no one talks about it, United Masters and DistroKid. So one, United Masters, DistroKid is like $40 a year. United Masters is $20. So I mean not $20, it's $60. So it's $20 high. However, with United Masters, you get a website that you can put your bio in, and you can upload your videos, and you can sell your merch. So if you're doing like a complete package, you can do that with United Masters. And if you have a website, like how CP3 does Spot or with Shopify, whatever, who you do your shirts through.
Teespring.
Yeah, you can put that website on there, and they can order straight from there, or or whoever, if you can use a website, for that as well. So if someone ordered, they can order straight from the vendor, or straight from your website.
Okay.
Then you can also upload your videos from YouTube.
That's what's up.
And then you do your release. Like I said, I did his release for his two release for the 2 songs he's been performing. There's gonna be more releases on the way. 2022 we're gonna be releasing. So I got a whole rack of music I just haven't released it yet.
Okay.
For 2022 we're gonna be releasing a whole bunch of songs. So to me, United. Oh, and here's the biggest thing. So the biggest problem I was having with DistroKid is like this. On my old MacBook, I had my login to DistroKid, and Renegade had the other login.
Okay.
So Renegade's an artist, and he's living his life and he's working. And so you know what happens when you ask a motherfucker who? Can I get the login code? This. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. That shit never. And I ain't even mad at him for not doing it because I'd probably do the same thing if I'm busy, I'm busy.
Right.
So that's why I went with United Masters. But here's the thing was the United Master has an app. So the app is like DistroKid didn't have an app. So I can log in the app and I can do stuff that I haven't logged in on my computer.
Okay.
So if I have the music on my phone, I can, prep a release and everything from my phone. Like literally while we're on a plane, in a car, two of us or whatever. I don't have to log into the site. I can just go through my app and I can look at it.
Okay.
So if I have all the stuff, like the picture I want to use for the album cover, I already prepped that, I already got the music, I already know who produced it and all this other stuff, all that information, like I can do that. And then, when we were in Atlanta, I can, log onto the app, or while we riding to Atlanta, I just make we log onto the app and we can do it.
Okay.
So I kind of like that. And I like the little website feature. So it was $20 higher, but I think that was something though.
Right. Well, there you go.
You put your bio in,
Mm-hmm.
you can put your link, like your videos in, and then you can send that link to people as your EPK, your electronic president.
That's good.
So sometimes you may pay a higher price, but you're getting a better service.
Yeah. So to all those out there that are in that situation, take note.
And I'm not saying DistroKid is bad, but I'm just trying to say if you're trying to present yourself to a higher market or whatever, they may ask you for EPK key. You're like, what the fuck is that? You don't have a manager, or you don't have no one that owes you to tell you what it is and what you need to do.
Right.
Like that's information you from that website. It's going to be your bio. It's going to be your videos. It's going to be all this
your
shit.
info. Yeah.
Basically all your info.
It's like it's better than it's a new age business card,
Pretty
or
much.
resume.
It's your resume and your business card all in
All
one.
in one, right?
So, that's my experience that I had. And and I'm not saying it's the one all, the be all. I'm just saying that's what I've been experiencing, and having both, I know the difference.
Right.
What you got going on in sports? You look like you just want to be
You
there.
look sharp.
No, the Dallas Cowboys and Patriots went to overtime. It's tied. Yeah, it's tied 29-all with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left.
I knew
Dallas.
they was gonna try to tie it.
Yeah, Dallas is driving, trying to get in the field goal range to try to win the game.
What did they get, a safety or something?
No, they were
remember
down
got
3.
the-
They got the 2-point conversion, went up by 3, and Dallas was able to go down. And Greg Zierlein kicked the 49-yard field goal with 25 seconds
So
left.
once a kicker is doing
The
his
only
job-
kicker that did something this fucking day.
Well, Hopkins hit a 50-yarder today, so I mean,
Yeah.
some kickers do.
But
Yeah,
no, he's saying that today,
Oh yeah.
their kicker is on it.
So-
Everybody else's ain't.
So yeah, I'm watching the outcome of this game to see where I was going to go. I was going to take New England as the upset in my pick'em. So if they win, I won't be mad.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even realize the actual battle for KRS-One and Kane is right now.
Right.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
I thought I saw it come up.
Yeah, I saw Versus pop up.
Kid Capri's actually DJing right now.
Kid Capri. He old.
You know the funny thing? So let me tell you a story about Kid Capri. So Kid Capri had this song called The Apollo. And I thought it sucked.
Poor Kid Capri. He can't win.
I thought it did. So I was in New York one summer, right? So I was in New York with my father. So my father goes, we talked, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's Kid Capri. He said, who? I said, Kid Capri. There was 2 people at the park. It was Kid Capri and Sandman
Okay.
from Apollo.
Lord.
So I actually got the Sandman's autograph.
Yes.
Find it though, but I actually had a autograph something for me.
Mm-hmm.
But my father makes me take a picture with Kid Capri. I was like, that nigga sucks. And I really feel bad because he was like doing some community work too. And my father was like, I want you to go take a picture with him. That nigga sucks.
Yeah.
You know, my father was New Yorker. He don't hear shit.
Yeah, no, he
He
heard you, but not.
He heard Kid Capri's a famous rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And then he heard,
And Bitch said, go take a picture.
yeah!
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, yo, take a picture. So we wound up taking a picture with him. And then after I took a picture with him, I felt really bad because after meeting him,
He's very cool.
yes.
Yeah.
But
I hear that a lot.
You know, I was a teenager, so I was like, you know, I prejudge everybody. But that nigga Breeze, he must be evil.
It's because he likes
Them red niggas, man. Can't trust
What
them.
the wow?
He's Italian.
You so mean.
Just
How you
red
can't
niggas.
trust? Cause you won.
I'm brown, man. Light
No,
brown.
you brown right now because you got a
That's all
tan.
that matters. Talking about the present.
No,
So
technically you a light skinned dude.
So yesterday, when I was walking home from work, these scam niggas walked up on me. He was driving. And then at the time, it was raining like that.
Mm.
Like, if I had a gun, I would have shot this nigga.
Mm.
So he goes, yo. I said, what?
That already sounds.
So I'm already irritated because it's raining and I'm listening to something. So now you done stop me from what I'm listening to,
Mhm.
and then it's raining.
Mhm.
And he's like, yo. I said, I can't understand what you're saying. He said, yo, I need some gas money. I sell you this gold chain for some gas money.
Was this on Route 1?
Yeah.
What are you doing that? What are you doing that on Route 1?
So I was like, what? No, first walked off. Fuck I look like.
They be doing that right on Route 1.
You probably know the people, the motherfucking scams people. They be on this motherfucker for a good while.
I'll give him some change to keep him moving. You go 35.
Nah, I'm not
speed.
giving you
Put that-
nothing.
Put that in the gas tank.
Cause they really be scamming people right there. I'm not giving you nothing.
Nigga, you about to get cut. Keep fucking around.
Yeah, they be getting people right there. I see it too. I was watching. They walk up to people's cars and stuff. That's what you be doing?
I give him $1 if I got $1 in my pocket. They say these things. Give him $1. I
That's so
know.
nice.
Hey, I look at it. I could be there one day. I would love for somebody to show me some compassion.
But what about the people who are not in that situation?
It is what it is. You know, I'm choosing to do it if they are doing it or not. In my mind, you know, they're struggling. So I mean, it's just me being me. I can't control. You know, if they doing some foul shit, that's on them. But it's pure from my heart. So fuck it. You know.
No, and that will bring good karma to you.
Yeah.
We know you need the
That's
good
why you think I
karma.
do that shit.
Yeah, you need it.
How much shit I got to make up for? My whole 20. Shit. A little bit of my 30s.
And some teams.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Like you forgot the teams. No,
So I be
that's
opening
where it
doors.
started.
So I be opening doors and shit.
You
Wiping
be
little,
opening doors for
opening
people,
doors for women, wiping little kids' noses and shit, trying to get some brownie points. Man. You know, gotta,
wiping little kids' noses. You didn't take it too far.
hey man, whatever help, man. You know, little babies, you know. God
Right,
like
your
that.
kids.
Man. I ain't hit the cheeks. It ain't me.
How you know? You probably came across somebody you don't even remember.
Nah, I remember all my ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Got to. I never use names, so it's easy.
I think I'm about to play a song.
Yeah. I had to lean back
I'm
on
just
that one.
saying, names get you in trouble. Baby, sexy, beautiful. Hey,
That don't mean you remember them.
when I see him, I do.
Thank you. We need that.
Where your bitch
Practice the
at?
hell every week.
Where your bitch at?
That's not what we playing. We're not playing that song right now.
That's the song I want to hear right now.
Oh.
This is OCA Stacks. Shout out to Polo Stacks.
Shout out to OCA Stats.
Yeah.
It's a video.
Mm-mm.
I thought he said playing a video.
You got his bathroom.
So that means no, because he was like going like this.
Oh.
know.
Diego.
But I feel like he's an age.
Diego,
No, he not late. You said what?
He's about 98.
That is not how old he is. See, you proving my point. Look it, he shouldn't though.
Oh, motherfucker.
Fuck that. Fuck that. You done with your
Done.
Shauna. Oh, did Lamar win that?
They punished the charge.
Huh?
They punished the charge.
That's good. I want to see Lamar do it. Jesus. Bad. That's worse than that. That's been taking a school picture. That's what it looks like. Did you see that picture?
That's what they do. Man. When they score, they get an interception. That's what they do.
You know, I had that joint for a minute. I ain't even played that joint. I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Like I said, it's a little. We be having so many videos on this motherfucker though. It's hard to balance. I think one week I should just do all music,
All
and
music.
the following week then do all video. So,
Yeah, catch up. Shout out to we were just talking. Shout out to Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens quarterback. It's good to see these young black quarterbacks doing their thing. They won. They destroyed the Chargers today. Oh wait, Lamar. That was Lamar running.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
He running, but probably have more rushing yards than passing. He my fantasy quarterback, so yeah, I'll be watching.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah, last week he killed it. He had over
Oh,
400 yards.
you should be on it now.
I mean, he
If
cool.
that's your QB.
Yeah, I was hoping they was going to win today. He ain't put up many yards passing. I mean, last week he put up almost over 400 yards. So this week he had a decent game, had a turnover, but they ran the ball more than anything against that defense. That Buffalo 5-2 ain't no joke. I mean, that Chargers 5-2 ain't no joke. Buffalo runs a 5-2 sometimes, but yeah, that 5-2 the Chargers got. Washington got to look at that first game of the season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Cardinals 6-0, only undefeated team in the league.
Yeah.
J.J. Watt went there in the
Wait,
offseason.
who did they play?
They played Browns. Yeah, J.J. Watt, DeAndre Hopkins, A.J. Green, Kyler Murray. They looking to make Chandler Jones. They looking to make some noise out there in the West.
All right, so let's talk about the meme that I told you about earlier.
yeah, let's talk about it.
The one where it says professional black women, when they go out to brunch, they spend money like drug dealers. What do y'all think about that?
I think he's probably right.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, because I went out to brunch with a professional black woman, and that day, I think over $1,000 spent.
Wasn't even planning on it.
It was well over 1,000. But I know it's true. You know, obviously I'm a woman, and we We spent the pretty penny collectively. I want to say it was like it was over $400, and total, not just me. I wasn't spending the $400, but that's our thing, and we were talking about it at
Was
brunch.
that part of that's actually cheap for you for the last brunch that you went to?
About half, so on a good pace.
I'm just saying. So
Oh shit! They said Prescott
plus that what?
hit a touchdown at OT.
Oh yeah, game over. I meant to tell you, yeah, they won
What?
wide open. Amari I think it was Amari Cooper. Yeah, went down to the wire. They won 30. It was a 34 to 20 something, 29.
But they said Prescott lived off the field.
Oh,
He-
for real.
He what?
He was.
Oh.
He was just. They was giving him a hug and celebrating when I looked up.
Well,
That's
I
AJ
mean,
Cooper.
I wanted New England to win. Not because I'm just a Dallas hater, but I wanted New England to win because I want their QB to be successful. I literally just said that about Baltimore. But anyway, as far as Black women, it's our culture to go to brunch, be with our friends, we get together by eating. You know, that's the Black thing anyway. And this day and age, that's the thing.
Yeah, but
That's our culture.
when we went out the brunch, we had a. First of all, it's probably over $1,000 when I think about
No,
it.
it was well over 1,000.
Yeah, because we had to count the brunch too. I never took when we talk about it. I never take into the price of the brunch, which really probably was. We hit 2 bars that day.
Well, not 2 bars. We went to brunch. We went shopping. And then we went to a bar. Well, it wasn't a bar. It was an establishment that had a bar. So
And how much was the shopping?
we spent probably well over $900.
I think it was about 900.
It was about $900 shopping, all of us together. Not one person, guys.
No, it was way more than that. Because Renegade came and he
That's what I'm saying. It was over 900. That was not a it was over $900. It was
How many watches came out that day?
6, 7, 8. 8 watches, 3 cases.
2 bracelets. Well, not bracelets.
6 bracelets.
You got a bracelet?
I got 2 bracelets that day.
So that's
8.
8 bracelets. Yeah, that's 8 bracelets. So 8 bracelets, 8 watches, 3 cases, some hats, whole bunch of keychains. It was a lot.
Oh, and you got the cakes.
That's what I said, 3 cases.
Yeah, 3 cases?
Yeah. 2 yellow and 1 green.
First of all, I don't understand this. Like, I had just bought some watches. I didn't get the treatment they gave Lady Antoinette. That was the bullshit. These motherfuckers gave email lists and special
Yeah.
deals. These motherfuckers, they ain't give me nothing. And my boy worked there. Shout out to Thomas.
Yes,
Watson.
Thomas. I need to come through and see Thomas.
That's my dude.
Well, I feel like no, I can't. Not right now because Thomas. If when we go through to see Thomas,
He costs you a lot.
it costs us a lot of money.
I'll leave my wallet in the car.
But thing is, how you gonna bring your watch and not even wear the shit?
Right.
My watch.
He got his.
Oh, you do
Yeah,
that?
I got it on.
And let me tell y'all, CP3 tried to like rob me of my watch that I wanted.
That ain't how it happened, y'all. Don't even believe those lies.
I really wanted this watch, and next thing I know.
I gave her the option. She had 5 minutes to decide what she wanted to do. I was like, if
Right,
you want to
and
get it.
then
If you
I'm
don't,
looking,
don't. And
I
she
was
got
like-
something else.
No, but then after I made my selection,
Mhm.
I looked and I was like, and then they were opening the case,
Mhm.
and the one I was looking at, they picked it up, and I was like, hey, wait,
Mhm.
it was going to him.
See, but I asked, choose the ones you want first,
But
and then
that's
I'll get
okay.
mine.
That's okay
See,
because
it ain't my fault. I tried to tell you.
I got the watch.
funny thing about that, I just love that experience. You know, you ever need to buy and Victor Watch, go see Thomas.
Yes.
Pentagon City.
Yes, Invicta, Pentagon City. Ask for Thomas.
Yeah.
There's some hating going on.
If I get 3 more sales this month, Thomas, I might be coming to see you next month. It's my birthday next month, so you know, might got it.
What we gonna do for your birthday?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Last year, we bought you some things, and I felt like you knocked it out.
Hey, I'm be giving you a 211 again, Daddy.
I
That ain't
mean,
no birthday
I
present.
gave you 211, Terramana. I like that's a good fun.
Yeah, the Terramana was cool.
Yeah.
The 211 lasted the show, was cool. I don't know what happened after that, but yeah, it was cool. But yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna do, man. You know,
Shout
big
out.
4-4.
Shout out to DJ Nasty Nights. He just tuned in on IG.
Oh, hey.
What's
That's
going
right.
on,
What's
fam?
going on, sir?
Oh man, yeah.
Official Coalition DJ. I gotta put his flyer up. Like artists, real talk. You trying to get your music promoted? He has deals, he has spins. He does the show almost every day. He's a part of the Coalition DJ, one of the biggest DJ networking things out. Basically, they range from both on all coasts. Somebody you need to tap in. Definitely tap into. They also have events out in Roanoke. They got events out in North Carolina. You know, they got events out in the DMV. Like, definitely tap into it. Stop thinking local. Start thinking global. Just because your homeboy tells you your music hot, that doesn't mean shit. Because you and your homeboy, the furthest you've been is up the street. Like, you haven't tested your music in other markets. A DJ has an unbiased opinion of your music because a DJ just wants to hide a sound. So a DJ will let you know that song is legit or the song is some shit. And that's when you need to tap into. Definitely get at him, DJ Nasty Nights.
Yeah, shout out to him. He's always working.
Yeah.
That man's
That nigga made me
always
feel some
working.
type of way. I was like, damn, maybe I need to be doing more.
He is always working, and I appreciate it. I'm like, yeah, I love it. I love seeing people on their grind. So definitely, that's what's up. But he is always working. You guys, for real?
What? I was checking out some stuff online.
I bet you was checking out.
I was on IG.
You would know.
Yeah, I was on IG checking out some stuff. I was looking at Grandma.
He tried to hurry up and switch.
I was watching Grandma, and
I said, what the?
I was watching that, and then you saw me when I scrolled up. And
That's what I saw right there. I was like,
you
what?
seen the half naked white girl. All of a sudden, I'm
I knew this nigga was watching
wrong.
porn.
All of a sudden, I'm wrong.
I was like, wait, what? What is this?
Oh, man.
What's this hard?
Hey, man, trying to keep it interesting.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Always.
We need to get you some help.
There is none.
Oh, okay.
At least he can admit it.
Already tried.
You already tried to get help.
Mm-hmm. Told me denied. It is what it is.
I thought you went to therapy and stuff.
I did. That was years ago.
But you said there ain't no help.
I was trying to go back. They won't let me go back. Refresher course, man.
Wait, you was trying to go back to therapy. They won't let you.
They won't let me go back. It's like you way further gone than you was before. I was like, well, shit, that's why I need therapy.
Yeah, I got a throwback video. We gotta play.
You know, everywhere I go.
Yo, shout out to Gilly the Kid. Yo, this is Renegade Understand. We did this shit about 10 years ago.
You'll be rich.
I was on IG.
Same thing.
Pretty much.
Everybody with the Illuminati, nigga. You ready, Bobby? Conversation.
Those what you're gonna see from me today.
So what? Don't you understand? You bet you ain't understood him. So how you make it clear? I'm
I was supposed to call in today about business. Got up at 5:30.
Huh? Mad?
No, I just sent them a text 'cause I forgot
Oh,
to call
okay. I
them.
thought you was mad about something.
No, just-
Yeah, that was a throwback joint.
All right.
So this is a great story. Definitely check out before I even get to that point. Definitely check out this versus if you love old school hip hop. This versus with Big Daddy Kane and Carrot Point. But so the story behind that is Gilly the Kid. We opened up. That was the first time. Actually, the video that the intro that you see at the beginning of the video with Gilly the Kid is the first night we actually met Gilly the Kid. My brother knew him. And Renegade Father knew him, so we went there, and he showed us a lot of love. And when Renegade's performing that particular song, you would think that he knew Gilly prior. That Gilly's on stage with this nigga. Mm-hmm. Gilly's this hype man on the stage, and it was just phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Because he's such a student of the game, such an artist. Right. The beat is done by this dude named Looney Tunes. That same year, Looney Tunes actually won a Grammy, right? For LOVE with Rihanna, and we had got that beat. We paid for the beat from the host of mixtape. We never dropped it. We never got the host of mixtape, but we got the beat. It actually saved. It was like $500 for that particular beat. But actually, to get a beat for a nigga that won a Grammy a year later, that price went up. Yeah. And to say I got a beat from a award-winning Grammy, and I didn't know the nigga won a Grammy. you know, hey, let's get the beat.
Mm-hmm.
My folks who was in Atlanta hooked us up with the joint, and at the time he didn't have a Grammy. He was doing beats for like Frank Ross and stuff.
Okay.
And I remember in 2 Chainz, and I remember when Gilly and them heard the beat, he went to my brother. He was like, "Let's just sing get that beat from." So my brother came to me and was like, "Yo, he asked about that beat. Why did he ask about that beat?" I was like, "Cause that's the type of beat that you really use.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a unknown artist or unknown producer. It's just like, nah, that's a name brand producer." My brother was like, "What the fuck? Who do you know?" And I was just like, "Yo, I knew somebody that knew somebody."
Right.
And that's how we did business. And so it was a good experience. The only thing I always loved, we really want to redo Understanding. I just gotta get the instrumental. I think there's a way that I can do it. There's just some software I can do. I can wipe out these vocals.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to do Understand again because the only thing I don't like about Understand is the chorus is too complicated.
Oh.
You know, he breaks it down, and that was his young style. But of course, should be very, in my opinion, of course, should be easy to sing along and very something simple. Wow, I have to think of it. You shouldn't have to think about your chorus.
There you go.
You know, that's just my. What's your thoughts, CP3?
Maybe shaking
The
his head like he got deep in thought.
Yeah, because that's a valid point. You know, I never, like I said, you look at music differently, being with the background that you have. So the way you break it down, I never really looked at it like that. So that's why I be thinking like, okay, I can see what you mean, like with the chorus. I never really paid attention, but like you said, the most catchy choruses are just the simple ones. I was just thinking like, yeah, most of the ones that I be, sitting back rapping to, like, yeah, they're simple, not intricate. You don't have to think about them. So, yeah, I was just, agreeing with you. Like, yeah, I never thought about it that way. But, yeah, that's some real shit.
I mean, you gotta think about it. Like, dog, whoop, there it is. What type of fucking chorus is that?
Something that you can remember.
But 20 years later, we can still remember it. Matter of fact, they brought the shit back and these niggas got an ice cream coming out. Oop, there it is.
Right. That was terrible though. Like the song wasn't good, but it caught on.
I like the Geico commercial better.
When Scoop did it.
Yeah, that joint was funny. Sprinkles. That was what fun. You throw the sprinkles in there. That shit was hot, man. I'm sorry.
I didn't like that part.
For real?
It was a reason for it.
It reminded me because LeBron.
No. Things.
What?
No.
Had a flashback? Something happened with some sprinkles?
No. That was probably
traumatic if it was some
that
sprinkles.
would be you before me. Okay.
She asked me to bring him to the bathroom. Just saying. Wasn't my fault.
You always gotta have some ad lib, and I feel like when you say it,
You don't know if
like,
it's true or not.
No,
You never
it's not
know.
even that. Like I'm just looking at you like, bro, get yourself together.
Trying to. It's a daily struggle.
It is.
Yes, it is. Try to live right and do right. If it was easy, everybody would do it. It's a daily struggle.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but anyway, moving along.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
I feel like you're always just saying.
Because you just gotta put it out in the universe sometimes to open up people's minds, and they be like, "That was some crazy shit, but that was some real shit. Let me think about that for."
So after saying it was crazy, that's where I stopped with you.
But it's crazy because you don't think about things in a certain mindset. We're trained to think about things in a certain way, and we think about things our own. Yeah, but we tend to look at things through one perspective until we take a step back and then look at it from different ones. So that's why I say something to try to, shock you. Like, hey, hold up.
No,
it was fucked up what he said, but
crazy.
I mean, a lot of people do. I think I'm crazy sometimes too, but this is something that keeps me up late at night. When I'm up, I got these things that pop in my head.
Right there, it explains everything. Late at night.
But some of that shit makes sense
that
though.
high terminology.
But I come up with,
people get
but it'd be
high
some
and they say
real,
stuff.
it'd be some real shit that come out of those thoughts though. For real, man.
For real.
Yeah.
You done.
Like, I'm just saying. Why do we drive on the parkway?
See?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Some things just don't make sense. Answer me that.
Answer me that.
Why do we drive on the parkway and park on the driveway?
What the fuck?
Exactly. You see why I was just
This
like,
is the shit that makes me
because
think,
I've
man.
heard that question
Yeah.
many times before. But the fact that he's asking it right now and he actually wants to answer.
I just want to see what y'all think, man.
I told him this is what high people do. You know, the most time I be up late at night, 3 o'clock in the morning, and thinking about this. This is what high people do. You know that meme where somebody asks a question and then they say hits blunt?
Yeah.
That's him, like his whole life. Like everything
Yeah,
that comes out of his mouth.
that is definitely you.
But it don't make it wrong.
You finished.
That's all. It don't make it wrong. It's because it might be of an inebriated state that I came up with this thought process. It don't make it wrong.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
Bad.
Any more ad-libs you want to add? Like, I don't know if they can hear you through your
Feel
mic.
like Lil Jon. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm talking business. My bad. Got a possible sale
Okay.
for a car. Don't get it twisted.
Now we know you. That's why we.
Yeah.
I'm sure people watching are like,
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, this
they already know. What's in the trunk of the car?
You're like, this nigga got a dirty tongue.
Ain't been dirty in a while.
What?
It
Said his tongue ain't been dirty, in a while.
You know what?
Exactly. That's why I look like really.
I'm just saying.
One day I'm gonna sneak up and I'm gonna throw holy water on him.
All right.
It'll
See what happens.
probably burn.
See what happens.
You
It
might
probably
just
burn.
slip it down like regular.
No, I'm gonna just take a little bit and go, you know,
Hey, I'll be all right.
or the oils.
I told
Some
you.
oils.
I'm living right now. See, in my past, I was
But you're not acting like it.
just because I'm talking about it, but I don't mean I'm doing it.
No, the minute you meet a nice freaked out girl, you won't be living right.
You right. I ain't even gonna
You
lie.
need try to argue.
I ain't even gonna lie. Man, one of my old joints hit me up. I'm like, hey, man, we got in the show. Gotta go. Trying to leave work yesterday.
Now I'm getting the tags from the haters.
Oh,
What
yeah.
they say.
It guess what fans are being haters. Guys, take a wild guess. What fans are tagging me and being haters?
Tell me what they said.
Of course.
This is a meme. Washington Redskins lose again. Another day at FedEx Field. And they're tagging me. But guess what fans?
They the Eagles.
Nope. Who are the worst fans in the NFL?
Cowboy fans.
Who's saying?
Oh, you know, they were coming for you.
What? Oh, I said something wrong.
Nah, Cowboys, they playing some good ball right now. 5-1, leading the division. Was supposedly was predicted to win the division, and the way they're playing right now, yeah, they got a rookie cornerback that's leading the league in interceptions. He got at least one interception every game of the season. Had a pick 6 in this game, which gave them the lead for New England to come back. So they got a quality squad. So I mean,
I'm gonna tell y'all like this. All y'all Washington football team fans, understand, I'm a Giants fan. I don't want to hear about y'all fans. Y'all don't have pain as far as I'm concerned.
hey man, it's a process, and Cowboys. I still don't have no faith in their coach. I
I mean, we done took back-to-back losses in double digits, nigga. Y'all ain't got pain. That's like a nigga hitting you on versus the girl kicking you in the balls. Twice.
You don't have no
No, I mean, like I say, I worry about my team. I don't really hate on nobody else's team. We just gotta get our act together.
But at the same time, that's what Cowboys fans do. They worry about everybody else.
Well, the funny thing about Cowboys fan is though, I want the Cowboys to get to the playoffs because they do what they do best.
Fail.
Choke.
Mm-hmm.
They're like a stripper with a choke complex. They gag.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, y'all. The Cowboy fans out. I don't even engage in it. It is what it is. I worry about my
Because
team.
Cowboy fans always gonna hate regardless.
They hate on everybody.
When they win, the thing about it is when they win, you see Facebook light up. You see all social media light up. They talking shit. When they lose, they church
They
mouth.
deactivate their accounts. They are nowhere to be found. You can't tag them.
Yep.
But that's how they roll.
Football season, boy, I tell you.
Who you got for this game that's on now?
We got the Steelers versus the Seahawks. Russell Wilson's out, I believe, for a couple of weeks due to, I think, a broken finger. They have, I believe, Geno Smith as their quarterback. So I think I'm going to go with the Steelers in this game. Because, I have no faith in Geno Smith. Even though Seattle does have some weapons on offense, I just don't see Geno getting on the ball. Excuse me.
Let's talk about these misogynists that we keep seeing videos on.
Oh, the dude that be
Sensual. No, they know that dude. It's a bunch of them. And these guys, if you've ever seen an actual masseuse, these guys have no technique. I doubt that they are a legit masseuse. They are making money by rubbing oil all over women and rubbing on them in sensual ways.
Yeah, you can't knock the hustle.
It's not about knocking a hustle. This is like literally a craze that's going through the community.
I'm about to order me some oil. I need to get paid off this.
Cause the massages that I have seen, you cannot tell me that when them cameras cut off, they ain't nothing going on.
Hey,
That's number one.
that's how I had all the fun. Started
Hey.
with a
And
massage.
people are paying big money for these massages.
I want people to pay me big money to massage them like that.
Hey, like the in-person OnlyFans, man. Fuck it.
I'm just like, are you
I'm gonna
kidding?
call that shit only nigga massage.
There's one dude posted a video. He was giving a girl a massage in the tub. Talk about some. No, there were no happy endings. You know, blah 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 blah. But book your massage. I was like, are you kidding? And then these chicks be naked.
Yeah, I feel the thumbs and
Some without. I'm like, are you kidding? And in Atlanta they got these two guys that they both give massages at the same time. And then they're saying like some women are married, but they just want to relax. And would y'all let y'all woman get a massage? Y'all
I'll be looking two people that day.
As long as she let me do one, get one too.
I haven't seen any, but I've seen one with the girl.
I got. Oh! I already got a spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, but yours probably has a happy ending.
She's getting a massage, I'm gonna get a sensual massage too. Mine just might be a little bit different, but it's in my category. It's a sensual massage. I got a place.
So you'll be fine with her doing that as long as you did it too.
Yeah.
And you said you beating people down.
Yeah, that happens.
I just know for me, if that guy that's rubbing on me is not my man, that's gonna be a problem.
You should be.
Because he gonna be my man at that moment. So if I have a man, I don't need no man rubbing on me like that. Because that's gonna be a problem.
That's my same thought process. I was like, if you feel like you need somebody to rub on you, I feel like I need somebody to rub on me.
Because that's what you patty. You a tit for tat type of person.
No, it's about equal.
No, the tit for tat.
It's about. They say they
You
want
do
equality.
something, I'm gonna do something too.
No, I mean if it's good for you, it should be good for me.
It's called tit for tat. That's what they do.
They say they want equality. You give it to them, and there's something wrong with
Who's
giving
that?
equality.
Who said that?
Most women say they want equality in the workplace, equality in the relationship, 50-50 or 100-100. We both pull in the same direction. We're both equal. We're both worth the same to the relationship. So if it's good for you, it should be good for me. Just like
What's
that.
good for the goose is good for the gander.
No, it's equal. It's 50-50. Like I say, if you take a week off from not, fulfilling me sexually, I have a right to take a week off also. And it shouldn't be,
Why
you
would she
cheating.
take a week off?
Because she, had a, time of the month.
That's out of her control.
She still got a mouth. She can still take care of her brother. I ain't saying every night, but in a week, if a brother trying to get, can a brother get a little something?
So you said if she takes a week off, what if she doesn't feel good?
Then that's come to us like if it's on a regular, like every time, every
Some
month.
women have that problem.
I understand and that's what it is. Then okay. But if it's not that, and you just choosing, no, I'm not doing that because I can't get nothing out of it, then okay, do what I got to do.
And you want to take a week off too.
Yeah.
Because you patty and take the tax is what you do.
No,
That's the
trying
game
to
you play.
showing a point of
That's
consideration
the game
for
you
the
play.
other person,
Why
even though
don't want to admit it's tit for tat?
because it's proving a point. That's the way I prove a point. Because talking don't do shit. You
But
got to
that's
be a
tit for
man of
tat.
action. No, you got to prove a point by taking action. Like I say, actions speak louder than words. I can say this shit over and over again, which I have to females before in different situations. This is what I like and this is what I don't like, and you don't believe, and I'm like, this is what's going to happen if you do these things. Oh, he just talking.
Do you know what tit for tat means?
I know what I mean. I mean that's your perspective on it. My perspective on it, I'm proving a point because actions speak louder than words.
But what's your-
You can call it tit for tat.
What's your definition of tit for tat?
It's going back and forth. But when I do it, it's not going to go back again. So it's not going to be back and
Tit for
forth.
tat means if you do something, I do something. It doesn't mean it's ongoing, but I'm doing something because you did something.
It's not because if you feel like it's appropriate to do in a relationship, then we both should be able to do it. That's not tit for tat. That's the rules of the relationship. If I think something is off limits and you do it, then I'm like, okay, well it's cool. Then if you do it, then I should be able to do it. Then I'm gonna go like, if you want to go hang out with your girls, but you get upset when I go hang out with my fellas, but you decide to go hang out with your girls, then okay, and why isn't it cool?
Explaining tit for tat to you.
Like I said, that's your perspective on it. My perspective is I'm proving a point. Actions speak louder than words because you can tell people shit all the time and they don't hear it. So I mean, that's from this experiences that I had. So I don't look at it as tit for tat. I look at it as this is what I have to do to get my point across.
If you do something, if she do something, you will do something, right?
No, if you knowingly doing something that you know is going to bother me, then yeah, I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to do something that's going to bother you to show you how it makes me feel since you didn't consider my feelings.
That's tit
So
for tat.
she comes.
I mean, that's your opinion. Some folks don't know until it hits home, until they feel the same thing.
Right.
Because I had that happen to me. I didn't know how I felt in certain situations until
Do
it
you
happened to me.
think doing tit for tat is wrong?
No, but when it happened to me, it wasn't tit for tat. It was a life experience, which is what I'm giving them.
Right, but they could still be considered tit for tat.
And yeah, you can, like I said, you can consider it that. That's cool. I don't have a problem with that. That's not the way I look at it. So people can call me petty for doing that. That's cool.
Oh no, you petty all around.
Well, I mean, I know I do stuff. I do some stuff because I'm an asshole, and once I feel I need to
And
make
you're
a proof.
petty.
Sometimes, yeah, because taking the high road is cool, but sometimes it sucks because you see the people that you taking the high road with still doing fucked up shit, and you gotta let them know you don't do that fucked up shit to me no more. You can do it to other people. You ain't gonna change your life, but don't bring that shit over here.
Okay.
You can tell people that all the time, but until you make them feel that sting of what happens when you do,
You
it's
so
all work.
passionate about all the negative stuff that can come about in a relationship. When are you going to be passionate about the positives that can come from a relationship? I
because
wanna hear it.
unfortunately I haven't experienced them. So I can't speak on what I don't know. I can only speak on what I know.
But you've had good experiences.
I've
with
had some good
others.
experiences. I mean, I speak on those, but like I said, it was far and few between that I had. So I can only speak on what I've had more experience in. Like I said, you had, you were married, you had the kids,
That don't mean well.
I'm not saying it was happy and work, but you had
I'm
these.
saying there are people who've been married, they just like you.
Yeah, so that's true too. So I mean,
So
it
you
is
can't
what
say
it is.
just because I was married.
No, I'm just saying from your experience, you have some positive things you can talk about relationships, like the time when times were good. My times were good, I've had a couple of good times, but not to overweight all the bad that I've been through. So it's kind of hard to remember those things especially when they're so long ago.
I'm gonna be real with you when it comes to relationships. I've also had more bad than good. However, I won't allow it to allow me to be jaded when it comes to relationships.
I'm not jaded. It's just
You,
I've tried so many different, approaches. I've changed my mindset. I've changed the way I approach people. I've become more empathetic, more sympathetic, and I try to be considerate of others' feelings. Stuff that I wasn't doing before. And it's amazing when I wasn't doing those things before. I had women all over the place.
Yeah.
Now that I'm trying to, be a better person and not do those things that I was doing.
I'm
don't know what
I'm
it
gonna
is.
be honest with you. Myself and a lot of women that I know, we all feel the same way that you do, but about us. Like men tend to go after the women who are mean to them or that they can't have. And there's literally a book about it. It's called Why Men Love Bitches. It's literally a book about it. Because it is a constant thing. It's common. And so it's funny that you're saying that. And I mean, I understand. I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong. I'm just saying it's funny that you're saying that when there are so many women that have the same problem on the opposite side.
That's what just throws me off. I mean, I understand it. I understand the frustration and, not wanting to give somebody else another chance for somebody else. Previously, you gave them a chance and they, did what they did or whatever. But it's like a catch-22, man. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. You try to show them that you're not that person that, was there before, but they haven't let go of that. So then you're jumping through hoops trying to prove and show that you're not that person. And then one thing you might say or a thought you might share that other person had and all that hard work, what's the name thought? Just like that. You're just like him. Hey, really?
But also people that are not emotionally mature.
Yeah, I understand. I
There are
definitely
people
agree.
on both ends. I've had conversations with men explaining to them, I'm not your ex. I've had to have that conversation. And the way that I address and handle it is in a very mature fashion, even if they're being immature emotionally. It's just how you respond to it and converse with them. You have to be able to communicate to them, hey, I understand what you went through. That was messed up, but that's not me. Don't hold that against me.
That don't work all the time.
I know, but it kind of, you have to change your approach based on the person. But there are some people that are so deeply scarred that you can't really do anything for them. They're going to have to get over it on their own.
Definitely.
But you need to identify that when you need to move
Oh,
on.
I do.
And
I
when
do
you can
now.
work with the person.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's why I roll.
That's why you wrote. I said identify or work with them.
I mean, sometimes if it's worth working on, yeah, but when you get to a point where, it's not going anywhere and they're continuing to look at it the same way, no matter what you do, you got to count your losses, chalk it up, and roll.
Well, it's not easy. Real talk, it's not easy to deal with someone who's broken.
No, I
and
know.
to assist them in trying to get themselves back together.
Oh,
I've been broken.
yeah,
So I have a better understanding now than I did back in the day.
Yeah, I've dealt with a couple of broken females, so yeah, I already know.
But are you broken? Or have you been broken?
Yeah, I used to be, yeah.
So it's good to, would you say that it's good to go back to that time when you were broken to identify with them?
I try to, yeah, because I let them know that, I've been there before, it might look bad, even though I'm, like I said, where I am, I still try to be optimistic, but I'm not going to tell them, it's fucked up, I ain't done this and that. I tell them, a person might be out there for you, get yourself together, you got to love yourself first before you can love anybody else, or expect anybody to love you, and if you don't love yourself, nobody else is, so, I try to, get those nuggets of wisdom, because, even if I'm not, with someone, somebody else can find that special someone and be happy, then hey, more power to you. Yeah, can't be mad. It is what it is. Like I said, I had some good women in my life that I didn't treat right, and so I gotta chalk it up. Sometimes karma. Yeah, I ain't got no problem admitting I fucked up. I wasn't shit in my 20s. Like I said, I got a lot of making up to do. Some in my 30s, damn it. My late teens, damn it. Don't be acting like my whole 30 out of 40 of my years I wasn't shit. It was only like 25.
Bruh, you said you wasn't shit in your 20s, right?
More, yeah, 20s, yeah, whole
In
20s.
your 30s.
No, not the whole 30s. Only like maybe,
How many years in your 30s?
like maybe 2.
What? I don't believe that. Not one.
That's no.
bit.
I remember I was living with the chick for almost 6 years. I was in my late 20s, early 30s. we was together. So I was being good. I wasn't doing those.
So only 2 years out of the last 2, you were good?
No, cause I bought my house when I was what?
And you were acting a fool when you bought your house.
No, I wasn't. I was only at Freedom for 3 months when I had my house, because that's when they did that bullshit and relocated. I only had my house for that. That's why everything went crazy.
I thought you were acting a fool, having parties and stuff at your house.
I was having parties I was at when I was staying at my mom. Sent her out of town, and I was having parties at the house. We had a 48-hour cookout.
You sent your mom out of town?
Yeah, she wanted to go visit her friend in Chicago.
So you paid for it?
Yeah, go ahead, mama. Have a good time. Me and my niece had a 48-hour cookout.
You
And
and
then you corrupted your niece in this?
We was both living in the house. She had her friends. I had my friends. We had a nice 48-hour cookout.
You fucking your niece's friend?
No, she has the gay, she's in the gay community. So most of her friends that are fuckable,
What?
they,
Why would you say it like
I'm just, because it was just, oh man, it was just one time.
she's in the gay community?
Because, because she know the gay guys and the gay women. And one cookout, like I said, I had my folks over the joint. I'm in the backyard cooking. She had her folks outside, my folks on the inside. So at first it was all just lesbian. So I'm like, okay, I'm cool with this. I'm going to grill, and instead I see the back gate open up, and like 15 flaming male homosexuals walk through the gate, and I just happened to be cooking sausage at the time. Now one of my boys says, yeah, one of my boys says, hey, you got the right nigga on the grill for the folks that just came. I was like, go back in the house, dog. We're not going to do this today. We're not going to do it. So, it was a good cookout. Like I said, the week we started on Friday night, and it ended like Monday, I think Saturday, Sunday late. Yeah. So, that's why I cook like I do, because I'm used to cooking for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a lot of kids in my house at one point in time in my life. That's an adjustment.
Yeah.
to try to not to cook that much.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, nothing like a good 48-hour cookout.
You act like you miss it.
I do.
I've done that before too myself.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I tell people I don't want you driving home drunk.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah, I done lost too many folks behind the wheel.
Yeah.
So I be like, man, just spend the night, sleep on the couch, wake up in the morning, crack a brew, fire the grill back up, let's go.
Yeah, from like 2015 to like 2017, I did that often.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, I do miss it.
You miss it?
Yeah. I was gonna happen again. I'm gonna be
Okay.
back. Oh yeah, about to get me a double wide.
All right, well, we about to wind it down.
Yeah, because he's sitting here making plans, and I'm scared.
Oh yeah, I already got my plan in place
All
already.
right. Well, what you got going on tomorrow, sir?
As always, bringing you the best DC sports coverage around, covering the Capitals, 1-0-1 start, cover the Washington football team's latest loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, and we'll talk some NBA and who knows what else we'll cover on sports. I might hit up Paul, the boxing guy. I think we have some boxing coming up soon. I know the Canelo fight, I believe, is this weekend or next weekend. But you might have Paul, the boxing guy. He did a great job filling in last week. And come check me out down at Waldorf Honda, 2450 Crane Highway if you're looking for a new, used, or pre-owned certified vehicle. If you're looking for a car, you know what the market is, you know what it is. We got the lowest markup in the area. So come hit me up. We got the car that you want. Just come and see me, and we'll take care of it for you. Check out the website, sportsothp.com, for all of our content, our podcast partners, our merchandise, help support the movement. DC Sports Other Politics. It's not just a catchphrase. It's not just a motto. It's what we do. And I'm out. It's what we do.
That serious. That real serious.
That's our motto. That's what we started our podcast for. We got tired of the bullshit DC sports media, so we wanted to bring some real sports content back to the area.
When you started it.
Yeah, it's been 5 years, man. 5 years.
Yeah, I'm seeing.
Over 200 episodes.
That's crazy.
That's it. Me and Robbie say the same thing.
What you got going on, Lady Internet?
Well, this upcoming weekend.
Brunch.
No.
How did them prices?
There are a lot of things going on this weekend. Let's see. Yeah, I can't tell you about some of it until after it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I said until after it happens I mean, it's not secret.
Whatever reasons help you sleep at.
But I'm trying to go out to like the Shenandoah and do some
The Ray Caverns.
that area
Yeah.
to go to, you know, winery or something, or you know, distilleries or something out there. So I may try to do it this upcoming weekend. Kind of depends on the schedule, but I think that's what's gonna happen.
So
So
more,
of course I'll come back and bring my reports
That'll work.
so more,
and a bottle.
so more early morning drinking is what you're saying.
That's very judgmental CP3.
First of all, I said a winery or distillery, even though there have been times where I have gone to a winery or distillery and I come here after and share, but I share, bring.
I never said you
bottles.
didn't share. No, I never said you didn't share. I was just saying, you know.
It's really kind and nice and stuff.
Yeah, it is very nice. Educating us on the alcohol.
That's what I do.
What was I about to say? So next week we won't have a show because I'm supposed to be in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, that's
You
right.
said supposed to be.
Yeah, if I can get
well,
3 months
waiting on
sales
my-
before Friday.
I'm waiting on my to get my money. So basically, fuck Tory Lanez.
Oh,
Any promoter who wants to do business with Tory Lanez, I would suggest you don't. He is a crook,
oh.
and I doubt if he will ever come back into the DC area because he'll probably get fucked up.
Oh, we
Well,
do.
that
Oh,
wasn't
we
the
are.
DC area, and I think that there's a reason
No.
for that.
No. He had 2 shows.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, one of them wasn't the DC
Oh,
area.
okay. Yeah, but he doesn't come here that often, and I think there's a reason for that.
So,
Going in line with what you're
come
saying.
through this
so he was
motherfucker.
booked, my people booked him for 2 shows.
Okay.
So, and he actually got an extra $20,000 because he refused to go on in the one in DC.
Mhm.
And to basically run out your hotel and then put on your social media or your events are canceled that week. You know, this is a different market, bro.
Something's wrong with you.
You know, people will fuck you up over here. So you from Canada, so you should know about how East Coast niggas do.
Mm.
You don't cheat East Coast niggas. East Coast niggas will fuck you up.
I don't think he realized.
Like, you need to honestly Google Cat Stacks. When she did that shit, she was trying to expose Fabulous and Lil Bow Wow, and they caught her in the club. A girl caught her in the club in DC, beat the shit out of her ass. Didn't even talk to her, just beat the shit out of her, and then told her afterwards, "Yo, watch your mouth."
Mm-hmm.
You know, celebrities have gotten beat the fuck up in DC. That's why people don't do shit like that. You know. So.
Well,
So,
I hope that issue gets resolved quickly.
my understanding is how people is actually pursuing legal action against him.
Yeah, they better.
Should.
But, you know, he probably won't be welcome around this neck of the woods because he robbed a lot of people opportunity. He robbed people from not only from West Virginia, from DC, motherfuckers in Norfolk that put, like, it's a large train that he robbed, and especially for young artists, just to, you know, be in the building.
To open for him, yeah. And then on top of that, like I said before, your fans, you disappointing your fans. First of all, you lose your fans.
Oh, he's gonna lost a lot of motherfuckers.
But I'm saying, like, you lose your fans, you lose everything.
Yeah.
And what he doesn't understand is that with the Meg stuff, that hurt him already.
Yeah.
So there are people that still continue to stand by you, and you're disappointed. in them.
But the thing about this is like I was just talking to my sister. She was like, "Oh yeah, I heard about him doing stuff like that before."
Mhm.
My man's son, who actually, who was his son, he's the social media dude. He said that he got in contact with somebody, and one of Tory Lanez stuff one of his boys for a show as well.
Mhm.
Like this is bad business.
But that's what I'm saying. So people who are attempting to stick by your side, you're doing these type of things to them, you know? when
And you're a thief.
when it all dries up and you really need these shows and you really want to go to these shows, you want to do these shows because you need the money,
Yeah.
then what? You're not gonna be able to. Ain't nobody gonna work with you. Ain't nobody gonna buy your tickets. So, I mean, I've always felt like he needed to grow up, but this type of stuff right here just shows me that, I mean, I was right. That's number one, and number two, it may be deeper than just him needing to grow up. He's just 5. So, there's that.
Definitely. So, but there'll be other opportunities, and we'll, you know, there'll be opportunities when the game grow, but
Yeah.
we're supposed to be in Atlanta this weekend and get stuff done, and but it's we're not going to let one bad situation break.
Indeed. And it's just a process. It's something you go through. You learn something from the situation always. You always get something out of it, even when it seems like you're not.
No, definitely.
So, that's good. Keep pushing through, even when people like this do you dirty. What?
Robbie's daughter.
Oh,
Shit.
it's like, is that your baby?
That's Robbie's
Probably
daughter.
was.
No, that's Robbie's daughter. His me and his father-in-law Facebook friends. He is posted a picture.
I was like, why is you looking at this baby?
I still ain't met Zach yet. He about to be 3. Shit.
You know, right? Uncle Foots.
Hey. Yo, Foots love the
All right, so
kid.
we're going to end this. I got to take a little commercial because I want to end this with Mika Joy's daughter, Treasure Joy.
Yeah.
She actually has the video, but the video has the ad attached to it. I really play
Meaning
shit
they
like
hate,
this,
man.
so I'm just going to play the commercial and just talk over the commercial like I don't give a fuck. It's a ghetto.
What'd you come up with?
Okay, now
There
we
we go.
Thank God. I got just like reasons.
That's the mimosa. And the cranberry. It's part of the cranberry.
Probably the cranberry.
Yeah. You got the little bounce beat in it. And Tamika from here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. My watch.
Damn, why you just going for silence?
Because I like picking with him.
That's savage. Oh, she just listened to the shit like, oh, respect.
I told you when I was at my homeboy wedding down in South Carolina, this dude, he thought I was picking with him all night, right? And I was like, hold up, let me see your watch. And he had this thing, my white Inventor had the exact same watch with the men's version. And I was like, let me see. He was like, I was like, no, for real. Let me see your watch. He showed it to me, and I put my hand. He was like, oh, yeah, same watch. I had the woman's version, he had the men's version.
So you just had to stun him in front of everybody.
It was twins. I broke my name. Fine silence. Did you stop?
Stop.
Oh Lord.